Alright guys, so this is gonna start in like a couple minutes, so let me just quickly do this real quick. So the game's supposed to start at 7:37, so let me just see if anyone's in here. Alright, no one's in here right now. Go to the classic. Skip. Alright. Alright, so should be good for the thumbnail. Alright, so right now we still got no one in the stuff, which is fun. Alright, so it's right there. Should be perfect. Alright. Here we go.
And they're very elusive, dangerous runners. And as you look at what these two guys did through 10 games last year, almost identical stats between De'Aaron King and the Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray before De'Aaron King was injured for the rest of the year.
And speaking of Kyler Murray, he's among the 80,000 plus, the sellout crowd, as he is a week away from his debut in the regular season as an NFL quarterback with the Arizona Cardinals. They'll open at home against the Detroit Lions. And I know he's eager, and the Sooner Nation is eager to see how Jalen Hurts is going to fare tonight. And it is amazing, Todd, how quickly he has blended in to this program.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he was elected captain after only being here 7.5 months tells you all you need to know about Jalen Hurts as a person, as a leader, his character. And I really think he's going to play well, not only tonight, but all season for Oklahoma.
All right.
As always, a great scene here in Norman. This will be the 124th consecutive home sellout for the Sooners, dating back to the start of the 1999 season. Those in the sun are broiling right now as we're just past 6:30 in the evening local time with the temperature near 90 and high humidity. Fireworks being shot into the air. These folks have filled the seats and they've seen a lot of winning. Oklahoma is 113-10 in this stadium since the start of that sellout streak in 99. And here come the Sooners. 3 college football playoff appearances in the last 4 years, including last year when they lost in the national semifinal to Alabama. They were 12-2 a year ago. Winners of their 4th straight Big 12 title. They are a substantial favorite to defend their conference title again this year. This has been the Nissan pregame rush. Kickoff from Norman is next, and now a look inside Nissan's Heisman House.
That's what you're wearing on an all-new season of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
There's a storm coming.
Did you hear that? Someone's in the house.
All of our Dr. Pepper's gone.
You got the wrong fan!
Are you seeing another grill?
Just a snack.
That's it, bro.
These turnovers are killing us!
Your husband's gone.
For the season? I'm transferring to tech.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. About time you showed up.
In this house, we wear red.
Game day. Any day.
Cougar Red isn't just what you wear. It's who you are. The University of Houston. Powerhouse.
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Give me till that you notice me. You don't want my soul to sleep. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Give me till that you notice me.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Are we supposed to dance?
Boy bands without dancing are just okay. Get a better than just okay unlimited plan with Spotify Premium included on America's Best Network, only from AT&T. More for your thing. That's right.
You're watching the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
It's that familiar feeling. The smells, pads crashing, fans cheering, fight songs, chants and whistles fill the air. There's no doubt, football is back.
If you wanna make it rain, better stand and deliver. Do not be afraid.
Champions have come from a select few. Will a new season bring new challengers?
It's great to be home. It's great to be home.
Familiar names, but new places.
Jalen Hurts could be the third straight transfer that wins the Heisman Trophy.
And chaos always finds its way back.
And the legend is born.
Houston is back. Oklahoma is back. Football is back.
You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN from Norman, Oklahoma, down on the field. Here's Holly Rowe.
Well, Houston's won the toss, and they will get the ball first, and you will see an electric quarterback. Eric King has been playing quarterback for most of his life. His dad, Eric, installed a spread offense for his Little League team when he was just 5 years old after he saw a Steve Spurrier team that couldn't be stopped. So Derek's been playing this style, this system, since he was 5 years old. He went on to be a record-setting quarterback, breaking some of Kyler Murray's records in Texas State high school history. He even beat Jalen Hurts when their teams played in high school 71-21. He is an electric quarterback, and the defensive coordinator for Oklahoma, Alex Bridge, has said he's not just an athlete playing quarterback, he is a talented quarterback who is also athletic. He said, we're actually going to have to put in play the Johnny Manziel rule. The first time he does anything abnormal in the pocket, you've got to bring him down and contain him. Can't wait to watch this electric young man who's been doing this since he was 5 start for Houston tonight.
He is a difference maker, and he'll need to have a big night for Houston. The Cougars more than a 3-touchdown underdog. They will have the ball first. And a big change in Oklahoma after the last 3 years with Austin Seibert handling punting, place kicking, and kickoffs. It's Gabe Burkich, a redshirt freshman, with a short kickoff down to Jeremy Singleton, who tried to cross the field, and that wasn't a good idea. The Sooners special teams drop him at the 17-yard line. So here comes De'Aaron King, his 23rd career start at quarterback. Last year, responsible for 27.5 points per game. That's 36 passing touchdowns, 14 rushing touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. And that was the highest such average per game in the country. Missed the last couple of games due to a meniscus tear. He said he's fully healthy in that right knee and ready to go. Senior from Manville, Texas, just outside Houston. They open with Kyle Porter, the transfer from Texas, and running back in an errant throw. They tried to go to the quick hitter to Marquez Stevenson, one of the best wide receivers in the country, and Todd Houston thinks it has one of the best receiver groups in the country.
Well, they're very talented. They've got speed, they've got some length, and that guy, Stevenson, is their go-to guy. He's the guy with the game-breaking ability.
They say with the same formation, Porter, who now shifts, and the three receivers to the right. A quick pop again, and collared. Kenneth Murray took Stevenson at the 20-yard line.
They tried two similar plays in a row. Quick throws to Stevenson. This time they tried to bring him back inside. And Kenneth Murray, the surest tackler on this Oklahoma defense, there to wrap him up.
And the fans fired up by the performance of the defense. They'd love to see a rare 3-and-out and a great start to the Alex Grinch era as defensive coordinator. King running out of time. Man room, and he's down behind the line of scrimmage. Murray again with John Michael Terry.
Excellent job by John Michael Terry, just playing with discipline. Watch number 40 just maintain the edge right here and not allow De'Aaron King to get outside. He shadows him, he mirrors him, and he stays with good leverage and allows help to come from the inside in Kenneth Murray.
There's Dane Roy to punt, the 30-year-old Australian. C.D. Lamb back deep for Oklahoma. Low line drive kick with the wind at his back, but it never got up into the breeze. Lamb dancing but cannot escape. Good coverage by the Cougs. And Oklahoma will begin near the 40-yard line. Once again, here's Holland.
If we told you the story of how Jalen Hurts' career would unfold, you probably wouldn't believe us. It's so unusual. He became the first freshman to ever start a game for Nick Saban at Alabama, leading his team to 2 national championships before famously losing his job and never regaining it. Then, as a high-level grad transfer, here he is. He didn't know how to get into the team and get guys to accept him right away, so he did it in the weight room where he threw down this monster squat over 500 pounds on the bar. He gained instant credibility, and he said, the most important thing is I've been voted a team captain. That means the world to me. This isn't just about me. This is about us.
We're here for just 8 months, but just a couple of days ago, it's announced he's one of the team captains. He hands it off. Trey Sermon with one man to beat, and he goes out of bounds at the Houston 30. Big run by Sermon, the junior from Marietta, Georgia, part of a deep and talented running back crew.
Trey Sermon had a great year last year. Excellent blocking, the right tackle. Adrian Ely, number 59, with the key block. 4 new starters on this offensive line, and that first run, very, very promising for the Sooners.
Ely, one of those new starting offensive linemen. 30-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage for Oklahoma. Hurts first pass as a Sooner. Charleston Rambo, another big gainer. And he's down at the 14-yard line. Brant Stewart and Javarius Owens combining on the stop for Houston. It was a beleaguered Cougar defense a year ago. They gave up 37 points per game. They were 118th in the country in scoring defense. Still managed to go 8-5 into a bowl game.
Defensive coordinator Joe Cawthon came from Arkansas State. A lot of transfers on this defense this year, too.
Hurts after the play fake. Dumps it off in the flat. Jeremiah Hall lunging for the pylon. And it's a touchdown. Well, Jalen Hurts picks up right where Mayfield and Murray left off. An efficient and quick scoring drive.
And 2 throws on that drive for Jalen Hurts, both of them right around the line of scrimmage. Get the ball to playmakers and let them do the rest. Excellent effort by Hall, reaching that ball to the pylon for the touchdown.
From one of the officials' hats. We also have pylon camera. Lots of bells and whistles in this rare college football edition of Sunday Night Football. American Conference officials on the field led by the referee Mike Roach. Big 12 in the replay booth, and they're waiting for confirmation of touchdown from David Ames.
Really checking to make sure he didn't step out of bounds. I think the reach to the pylon was clean. It was just a matter of whether he stepped out of bounds before the reach.
Javarius Owens, one of those newcomers. They just signed him out of Northeastern Oklahoma Junior College not long ago. They like his talent. He couldn't prevent a 14-yard touchdown. That has been confirmed. Officially 61-yard drive in 3 plays. And Callum Sutherland, the new field goal kicker, adds the extra point for Lincoln Riley. The offense continues to roll right along in Norman. And the Sooners off to a quick 7-0 lead.
Welcome to the Big 12, a place marked by unmistakable commitment, uncompromising values, and unrivaled spirit. A place where champions are crowned the right way in a conference with no divisions, where everyone plays everyone and every game matters. Welcome to the Big 12, a conference unlike all others, where possibilities are unlimited, competition is unsurpassed, and true potential is unleashed.
I've got to tell you something important. It's not going to be easy. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Actually, that's super easy. My bad.
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul for sleep. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. And they're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
You don't know my name.
Are we supposed to dance?
Boy bands without dancing are just okay. Get a better than just okay unlimited plan with Spotify Premium included on America's Best Network. Only from AT&T. More for your thing. That's right.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
One mustache, one blade, in one go. One blade is all you need. Shape or shape any length. Be your best you. Innovation and you. Phillips Norelco.
Introducing a razor that works differently. The Gillette Skin Guard, designed with a guard between the blades that helps protect skin. It guards against razor burn on the neck and irritation on the face. Get the shave you've been waiting for. Gillette Skin Guard.
Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear, recognizing those who strive to rise above the rest. Goodyear, more driven. Owen Field, Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, the home of the Sooners since 1923. The sellout crowd here tonight likes the way this one has begun. 7-0 Sooners. Gabe Markich kicks off for the second time. Bryson Smith, one of the fastest Houston Cougars. Up the numbers and across the 30-yard line, so better starting field position the second time around for Houston. After a 29-yard return, Jonathan Perkins made the tackle for Oklahoma.
That first possession, the Oklahoma defense, Alex Grinch is very aggressive. That's his mindset, his personality. A lot of press coverage, pressing the line of scrimmage. Would be surprised to see Dana Holgorsen try to stretch the defense on this possession. See if they get the ball down the field against this tight cover.
Bring it out with 0 yards on their first possession of the night for Houston. Porter, the running back. Marcus Stevenson, the motion man. They give it to Porter, and he's ahead for 2, ranked up by Ronnie Perkins, the defensive end.
Porter is a grad transfer from Texas, very familiar with playing against the Sooners and what that rivalry is all about.
So we play against them in the Big 12 championship game in Arlington, Texas last December. Won by Oklahoma. 2 receivers bunch to either side. They're wide. It's still Kyle Porter, the running back. And a knee down on the far sideline on the catch by Cole McGowan. So it's a loss on the play, back inside the 30. Here comes third and a little more than 10.
This Houston offense last year with Major Applewhite as the head coach was all tempo. They were going super fast. Dana Holgorsen is a different system. They don't huddle all the time, and they play with some tempo, but they slow it down a lot more than what he's used to.
Dana back calling plays. He had handed off that responsibility for the most part to his offensive coordinator at West Virginia in recent years. Play clock down to 7. Third down, a little more than 10. And movement on the left end of the offensive line. That is also a concern for Houston. Here's Michael Roach.
It's going to be hard to hear. Whether it's a voice or whether it's a clap, those linemen are going to have to keep their eye in on the football, particularly on third down passing situations. That was Josh Jones, their most experienced offensive lineman, called for the illegal motion.
Left tackle making his 37th career start. They rushed only 2 on 3rd and 16, and now a third. And King's throw is too high and incomplete. Intended again for Cole McGowan.
On both possessions, on third down, they were able to force De'Aaron King out of the pocket and then play with discipline, not only on their rush, but on their downfield coverage. And that's excellent discipline. I'm impressed in 2 possessions with that Oklahoma defense.
And here's Roy to punt again after 3 and out. And CeeDee Lamb back deep. Dana Holgorsen told us the other day, I've always wanted an Australian punter. Roy's his first. I said, why is that? He said, well, they do a great job of flipping the field, directional kicking to help your coverage. Roy's a big guy, 6'7", former ice cream salesman in Australia, and that is a bomb and lands inside the 15. CeeDee Lamb trying to pick up some blocks. CeeDee Lamb across the 25 and out of bounds, far sideline. They'll mark him all the way to the 34, so a 69-yard punt and a 27-yard return. I mentioned Royce from Australia. He won a kicking competition in 2016 for the finals of the Australian Football League. He said that was like their version of the Super Bowl. He kicked it 79 yards, 73 meters. There were some prizes that came with it. He got put in the Pro Kick Academy down there, which has sent a lot of punters to the United States. He got a trip to the United States as a part of it where he met Ray Guy, who gave him some tips. Great guy to get tips from about American punting. And Tom Herman, then the coach at Houston, was in dire need of a punter. He called over to Australia, said, send me the best guy you have. And they sent Roy. They said he's a little rough, but he'll be great, and he has been. Jalen Hurts runs out of bounds with a 10-yard gain. There is a flag back along the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be illegal hands to the face on Houston.
Personal foul. Illegal use of hands to the face. Personal foul. Legal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 31. Attempt to be out at the end of the run. 15 yards. Automatic first down. Number 27 may remain in the game. This helmet came off as a result of the foul.
Jeremiah Hall, watch the left halfback, number 27. He's blocking on this quarterback run, and there's the penalty. Pushes his helmet off. And as you heard the referee say, because it was on a penalty, he can stay in the game. But this is Jalen Hurts running in between the tackles. He's 220 pounds. You're not going to bring him down with arm tackles.
Penalty against Parrish, sophomore. Defensive end, the new coordinator, Joe Coughlin, likes him, says he's scrappy, plays a great effort. Hurts, wise decision to keep the ball. Another big chunk play for Oklahoma as he goes down near the first down at the 30-yard line.
You know what? That was something I've not seen Jalen Hurts do much. He got everything he could get out of that play, and I think he went down on purpose once he knew he had the first down. Of course, we saw Kyler Murray do that in this offense a lot last year. Ran for over 1,000 yards, but we always saw him running out of bounds or sliding, not taking extra hits. Jalen Hurts took a little page out of that guy's book.
It is a first down, 1st and 10. Hurts escapes the rush, and he gets chopped down near the line of scrimmage by Demarion Williams, another newcomer out of Highland Community College.
Offense number 59. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Adrian Ely, the right tackle. Todd, Oklahoma won the Joe Moore Award for the best offensive line last year, and hard to argue. They had 4 players drafted in the first 4 rounds of the NFL draft this year. At the end of the season, that starting 5 had combined for 156 starts. The starters tonight, 12 combined starts, and they all belong to the center, the sophomore, Creed Humphrey, who was an outstanding player.
Yeah, well, he's a great anchor to have, and these guys have been highly recruited. It's just their time to step up.
CeeDee Lamb slips down. He told us his number 1 goal to improve this year was run after the catch, get more after the catch. He tackled himself near the 40. There are the offensive linemen that we mentioned. Evans, Powers, Samia, and Ford, all taken in the first 4 rounds. They have 7 offensive players drafted, and the kicker, Seibert, no defensive players.
That's the area that needs to be shored up by Lincoln Riley and now Alex Grinch's new defensive coordinator. They've got to even out the talent pool on that side of the ball.
Down to the pistol. Hurts pressured from behind, showing his elusiveness, and he weaved down to the 32-yard line. Gain of 7.
Pretty good coverage downfield right now for Houston. That first possession, the passing plays for Jalen Hurts were short. They were quick, easy reads. He's trying to read down the field a little bit more, and Houston has shown some disciplined coverage in the back end and enough pressure to put him on the move. Big third down play right here for the Houston defense.
They've switched from a 3-4 a year ago to a 4-3. Dana Holgerson says we can recruit excellent defensive linemen. We'll have enough to play with a 4-man defensive line. They rush 4. Hurts well protected, throws deep, contact, and it's batted away. Intended for Nick Baskren with excellent coverage by Demarion Williams. Coach Coughlin told us he is their best cover corner.
Yeah, he's in perfect position. He used the sideline as his ally, and then actually even made a play on the ball. Had eyes on the football. It's perfect coverage on 3rd and 12.
Here's the first field goal attempt. 2014 by somebody other than Austin Seibert, at least as the primary field goal kicker. Here's Callum Sutherland. Will get the first crack at it from 49 yards and into a bit of a breeze. They return the snapper Casey Kelleher and the holder Connor McGinnis, and that kick is wide right.
He was a little inconsistent in pregame when I was down the field watching him.
Maybe he was nervous because Todd Blackledge was hovering nearby. So that's a win for the Houston defense, and it's still 7-0 Sooners.
I didn't think I had anything to say. I didn't think I'd fit in 1,400 miles from home. I didn't think I'd get to cover 2 Heisman Trophy winners. I didn't think I'd be viewed by thousands of households. I didn't think I'd find my own voice. Until I did. What will you do?
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul for free. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Hello? How much is this going to cost me? 90?
Mr. In Between premieres Thursday, September 12th on FX. On an all-new season of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
There's a storm coming.
Did you hear that? Someone's in the house.
All of our Dr. Pepper's gone.
You got the wrong fan!
Oh, you seen another grill?
Just a snack.
That's it, bro. These turnovers are killing us.
Your husband's gone.
For the season, I'm transferring to Tech.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. About time you showed up.
There's a new culture in conversation. Trevor Lawrence looks like a generational talent. We're back. We talk about Tigers. Well, it's a can't-miss college football doubleheader on ABC next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern. Will be at Clemson for Texas A&M and Clemson, then LSU and Texas in the Saturday night game presented by Wells Fargo. And Trevor Lawrence and Kellen Mond each led their team to victory in the opener against Georgia Tech and Texas State, respectively.
Mond played great against that Clemson defense last year in College Station.
So, narrow defeat for Texas A&M on its home field. Houston trying to get something established. Their first two possessions, minus 1 yard of offense.
Give it to that guy. You need a positive play. Call a design quarterback run, and Derek King gets you 4 or 5 yards.
Officially 4. 7 minutes to go. First quarter's been all Oklahoma, but just 7-0. Now he takes off running and continues. It looked like he slowed down, anticipating a Sooner would be nearby, but there wasn't anybody in an Oklahoma uniform there, so he kept rumbling and has a first down to the 39-yard line, a 27-yard gain.
That time, John Michael Terry, the defensive end, came on an inside stunt, and nobody replaced him on the outside of the defense. And that's what Derek King saw, and he was able to turn up the sideline unhindered for a big gain.
That's the first down given up by this Oklahoma defense. Kyle Porter back in at running back. And he took the handoff and got dumped by Kenneth Murray, the preseason Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Kenneth Murray did a nice job of reading and attacking downhill. Here he is right here. Watch him just read it, take a good angle to the football, and he's unblocked because he came from the second level. It makes a play behind the line of scrimmage.
They call him K9. Kenneth Murray Jr. out of Missouri City, Texas. They have a number of players Oklahoma from the Houston area. King, nifty footwork, but he can't get back across the line of scrimmage, down at the 41. Neville Gallimore led the way, the fifth-year senior from St. Catharines, Ontario.
It's a late, delayed blitz that forced Derek King to have to move in the pocket. Well designed by Alex Grinch, and they bring up a 3rd and long now because of the pressure they were able to create.
3rd down and 12. King pressured. The ball pops out. And it looks like Houston got it back at the 46. Ronnie Perkins, the sophomore out of St. Louis, made contact from King's left. And Braylon Jones, the center, got it back.
This is a defensive line last year that only generated 11 sacks the entire season. It's just a 4-man rush, and they do a great job of collapsing the pocket. Jalen Redmond, number 31, in there, missed all of last year with a blood clot problem. Missed all of spring, and they are really excited about what he can bring, along with Ronnie Perkins on that play.
So here's Dane Roy again. His last punt, 69 yards. Now the shorter field. Bounces it down there, and it's well covered by the Cougars. Elijah Gooden made the tackle on C.D. Lamb, a 36-yard punt.
I didn't think I had anything to say. I didn't think I'd fit in 1,400 miles from home. I didn't think I'd get to cover 2 Heisman Trophy winners. I didn't think I'd be viewed by thousands of households. I didn't think I'd find my own voice. Until I did. What will you do?
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul for free. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Hello? How much is this going to cost me? 90?
Mr. In Between premieres Thursday, September 12th on FX.
Hi, welcome to Toyota's
National Clearance Event.
Yes, now's the time to get a great deal on the last of the 2019s. Huh, I'm impressed. But the deals will only last until September 3rd. What am I thinking now?
Get the greater than ever 2020 Corolla with $1,000 cash back, or a low mileage lease for $169 a month, or lease this sporty and aggressive 2019 Camry for $209 a month.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Coming today!
Okay, what's up?
Toyota, let's go places.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven toasted cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Again this season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. It cost Allstate a lot of money in recent years. Austin Seibert, 4 years as the punter and place kicker here, 3 years as their kickoff man. All-time scoring leader in Oklahoma and in Big 12 history. And we talked to Lincoln Riley yesterday. He has some concerns without Seibert. He said, yeah, well, he's terrific, but kind of excited about the newcomers too. Jalen Hurts, the late pitch to Trey Sermon. And he's swung down by Grant Stewart, but it's a 13-yard gain. And Todd, Coach Riley made the point about Seibert because he did everything. It was hard to practice sometimes. He was so tired because they kick off a lot. They kick a ton of extra points. But sometimes you couldn't practice your teams as much as you'd like to with him involved in it.
Yeah, probably had to have a pitch count on their kicker, which is highly unusual, but he was so talented, you don't want him to be not at 100% on game day.
In yardage in big chunks for Oklahoma. They're averaging 11 yards per play. Here's Trey Sermon, nice cut. And that's 11 or 12 more. He got belted, but got the first down across the 35-yard line.
This is such a good running football team. And I know the offensive line is new, but this is the counter trap. They pull the backside guard and tackle. Excellent patience by Trey Sermon. And I know they've had back-to-back Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. But this team's ability to run the football is the key to their offense. Last year, they averaged 247 yards per game, and really the last 2 games, they were off that mark, or it would have been higher.
4 receivers now for Jalen Hurts. He's 3 out of 4 passing. That ball caught in a crowd by Nick Batsman. Another double-digit yardage gain to the 49-yard line, 16 yards.
What a play by Lee Morris, though. The other wide receiver who was blocking for his fellow wide receiver. If Morris doesn't get that block, that play is either deflected and it might even be intercepted. Watch the block because Stewart, number 3, read the play quickly. But Lee Morris did an excellent job of getting his block.
Batsman's a 5th-year senior. He's already graduated with a degree in management. He's battled injuries. He's actually officially in his 6th year. Granted an extra year by the NCAA. Hurts, deep drop, fires over the middle, caught. Another first down. Jeremiah Hall, who scored the only touchdown of this game. Good for a 12-yard gain.
That was excellent work by Jalen Hurts. They won play action to try to get a chunk play down the field, but CeeDee Lamb was covered. He was not open. That was the primary look. And Jalen Hurts did a nice job finding a secondary receiver and hitting him over the middle for another first down.
5 out of 6 for 56 and a touchdown. Recurring problem from a year ago for the Houston defense, giving up a bunch of plays of more than 10 yards. They win that down. Chase Sermon spun down by David Anini. with help from Alexander Duke. Last year, the Houston defense gave up 224 plays of 10 yards or more. Only two teams gave up more plays of 10 yards or more: Oklahoma and UConn.
Well, that's not company you want to be in.
No. First negative yardage play tonight for Oklahoma. Still averaging more than 10 yards per play. Jalen Hurts, lots of time provided. Good throw. A.D. Miller to catch. Another first down at the Houston 28, 15 more for the Sooners.
And another good job by Lee Morris. Watch number 84 pick up the corner blitz, and that's going to allow Jalen Hurts a little more time to leave the pocket and then throw on the run. Beautiful throw for the first down.
He wasn't the starter at Alabama last year, but I know you believe he improved as a thrower during that year where he backed up to a Tagovailoa. He throws wide open. Another first down. Braden Willis, listed as a fullback tight end, H-back type, sophomore out of Arlington, Texas, just his second career catch.
Well, he fooled the Houston defense. He blocked for a 2 count on that play and then released late into the middle, and nobody picked him up. But going back to your point, Sean, I really think when he made the decision to stay as a backup and be coached by Dan Enos, the quarterback coach, and Mike Locksley, the offensive coordinator, I thought Jalen Hurts as a quarterback developed, and his stats coming off the bench were much better than his first 2 years.
Interesting play here, pulling lineman. Hurts started one way, then came back to follow the pullers. And it's a first down at the 1-yard line. First and goal for Oklahoma, trying to add to a 7-0 lead.
This is a quarterback counter, beautiful red zone play. You pull the guard and the tackle, and you have a lead back as well. That's 3 blockers out in front of a guy in Jalen Hurts, who when he starts to tuck the ball and run, he becomes like a running back. He doesn't run like a quarterback. He runs like a running back, particularly in the red zone.
Well, he's going to go under center. They go to an I formation, and he calls a timeout. 17 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
What's better than having fast, reliable Wi-Fi with coverage throughout your home? How about having internet that can help you save on your wireless bill? Xfinity gives you the most reliable internet for all your devices and the fastest speeds from America's best internet provider, so you can easily stream all your favorite movies and TV shows. Plus, save hundreds of dollars a year when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Ready to upgrade your appliances? Today is the day for Do It, because the Home Depot makes it easy to save now, compare options, and fuel your team for less. Shop hundreds of special buys like these GE laundry pairs, just $5.98 each. The Home Depot, more safe, more Do It.
On an all-new season of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to Fansville's 150th anniversary tailgate. Go Sting.
He said stay! Somebody get him a Dr. Pepper.
Stat, we got fans coming in. From Van Harbor, East Lansing, Fantasy, Fantasy.
There's a new grill master in town.
Go Sting.
Wow.
Lacrosse?
It's the fastest growing sport in America.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Gonna be a big year.
Sunday night kickoff from Norman, Oklahoma. Sooners leading 7-0. They're down on the goal line again. Jalen Hurts just used the timeout. They had 12 men on the field. Now they're ready to go. On first and goal from the 1. Terrific start for Hurts. 7 out of 8 passing. 86 yards and a touchdown. Play action fake to Sermon on the flat. Might have been another touchdown for Jeremiah Hall, who scored the first one, but he fell down at the 2.
It wasn't the best pass, even though it was a completion. That's a ball that Jalen can throw a little bit better that ball out in front a little higher so he can run to the end zone.
ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubs his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stop smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Why do we hunt? We get up in the dark. Get dressed. And go out in the cold. It's not always easy. And the odds aren't always with you. My dad taught me how to hunt. I taught my son. And he'll teach his sons after that. This is our heritage. This is Rocky.
Longhorn's Cookout isn't something you want to miss, because that'd mean missing our fire-grilled ribeye. Besides, to turn a meal into a feast, hanging with your closest friends. And missing all that would be, sad. Come in for our limited-time Longhorn Cookout with the unforgettable 18-ounce fire-grilled outlaw ribeye, Longhorn's new mixed grill, and our famous full-rack baby back ribs with steakhouse mac and cheese. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
Heading to the second quarter here in Norman, Oklahoma, as we continue Dr. Pepper's championship drive game of the week. Sooners leading 7-0 and hoping to add to it. Second and goal from the 2-yard line.
Might be a chance for Kennedy Brooks to get his first carry of the game, the other talented back in this Sooner offense.
Number 26 to the right of Jalen Hurts. Trey Sermon to his left. They give it to Sermon. And a good tackle by Grant Stewart. Looked like it might be a walk-in touchdown, but Stewart, the junior from Conroe, Texas, a big play.
Tackle guys high in this part of the field like that so you don't allow them to fall forward into the end zone. It broke the play. That was an excellent tackle by Grant Stewart.
There's third and goal. A half minute into the second quarter. 11th play of the drive. Jeremiah Hall in front of Trey Sermon. Hurts keeps. No signal yet of a touchdown.
He's well over the goal line. He was clearly over the goal line. He got a push from behind by Kennedy Brooks, but I thought he was way over the goal line.
Short of the goal line. Fourth down.
He doesn't have it there, but watch the push. And right there, I think he's, well, of course you can't see where he is, but I think he and the ball are over the goal line. He's standing in the end zone.
And seeing some of the same replays that we are seeing.
You know, unless it's, I don't know what it is. I thought he clearly was in the end zone.
I think you clearly made that point, and you are right on top of it as usual. Again, after a long offseason, I know nobody welcomes the start of college football more than you.
Yeah, well, I love it. And I don't do a whole lot other than that, so I'm excited to get back in the saddle.
Mike Roach, referee. Love his accent. He's a native New Englander, part of this American officiating crew.
He's standing in the end zone. That's a touchdown. I mean, the ball is all the way in the end zone.
After further review, number 1 had possession of the ball beyond the goal line. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
His first as an Oklahoma Sooner.
He had 23 career rushing touchdowns as the Alabama quarterback. You get in the red zone with him and Trey Sermon and Kennedy Brooks and a center like Creed Humphrey, and the Sooners are going to be hard to keep out of the end zone. All powerful runners. Good start.
And the extra point up and good from the redshirt sophomore, Callum Sutherland. Tomorrow, there's still more on this first full weekend of the college football season. Cap off your Labor Day with an appealing matchup. Number 9 Notre Dame off the trip to the college football playoff a year ago at Louisville. Trying to rebuild under Scott Satterfield. He'll make his debut as Cardinals coach, head coach at Appalachian State the last 6 seasons. 12-1 a year ago for the Irish. He and both among the 14 returning starters. Their quarterback. What do you think of the Irish this year?
I think they're going to be good again. You know, I don't know if they're playoff caliber, but I'll tell you what, they've got some talent. And we saw Ian Book a couple times last year, and I think he's a really good quarterback. He was the right guy for them last year when Ryan Kelly made the switch. He's a year older at this point.
Only loss was in the national semifinal when Notre Dame went down to Clemson. There's Gabe Burkich kicking off again. The Breeze has back this time, and Bryson Smith will take a knee about 3 yards deep. Let's go to Holly.
I'm down here in the end zone. Kyler Murray was just celebrating here on the field. He's taking pictures with fans. How are you? We don't know. It's somewhere in the stadium. How are you? Hi.
That's good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm so great. Okay, so the big news is you've debuted the Nissan Heisman Trophy commercials. How do you think you did in those commercials?
I thought I did really well.
Your acting was on point?
I felt like it was. I mean, I think I looked good on the TV, but, you know, I need more practice. Let's put that on.
Okay, we'll give you some more practice. You know, speaking of practice, Jalen Hurts getting his first start. You were just in this position yourself a year ago. What are some of the feelings that are kind of coming up in you that you're like, oh my gosh, I remember what that was like?
I think our situation is just a little different just because, you know, he's played in a lot of big games. Me, I had to wait my turn. He kind of has already known what it's felt like. So this is kind of his, coming out party for the Sooner fans. And for me, it was more about just being myself, trusting my abilities, and going out and playing my game and trying to lead these guys to a win. So.
I know De'Aaron King's a kid that you kept your eye on in high school. He broke one of your records in Texas 6A. He did, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that one.
I hate to break that to you, but what do you think about him? I know he hasn't gotten loose yet, but I know you like his game.
I mean, I don't want him to get too loose out here, but you love to see a guy of his stature play the quarterback position, and not only be able to run it, but also be able to throw it because they like to marginalize small guys. So I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. And I hope he succeeds.
All right, what's your first game next week?
Detroit at home.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a lot of air raid ties in this game with Lincoln Riley, Dana Holgerson. They're some of the guys that invented it. How have you adapted to that Cliff Kingsbury system so far?
someday.
All right. So good to see you.
You
Thank you.
too.
All right, Holly, a couple of runs for Kyle Porter. A total of 5 yards. Here's 3rd and 5 for Houston. Haven't converted on 3 third downs yet. D'Eriq King gets collared short of the first down by Kenneth Murray. About 2 yards short of the line to gain at the 33.
Sean, this Oklahoma defense doesn't look anything like what we watched last year. We saw them at West Virginia give up over 700 yards of offense. They are collapsing the pocket by rushing only 3 or 4. And then Kenneth Murray, that's the one thing we knew about this defense, is he is a tackler, 155 tackles last year. And they are shutting down this Houston offense.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
Wake up. There's a lot that needs to get done today. Small things, big things, too hard to do alone things. Day after day, you need to get it all done. And here to listen and help you through it all is Bank of America, with the expertise and know-how you need to reach that blissful state of doneness. So let's get after it. What would you like the power to do? Get everything you need to go back big at the low prices you love.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left. Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubs his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The injured Cougar was their starting right tackle, Jared Williams, returning starter right tackle. He did walk off the field under his own power. Already the third 3 and out with the Houston offense, the Oklahoma defense. Things were hard to come by for the Sooner defense in recent years. Dane Roy, line drive punt, fair catch, made by C.D. Lamb at the 23-yard line. Big 12 now on ESPN Plus is a must-have for Big 12 fans. It's the exclusive home for the weekly Les Miles All Access show. And if you haven't seen that, you want to. Plus, you'll get more than 50 men's basketball games, hundreds of other Big 12 sports, including women's basketball. I think they mean games in other sports. Are there hundreds of sports in the Big 12? I don't think so. Sign up today. That's why you should always read the cards before the game. At ESPNplus.com. I don't think they play hundreds of sports. That might be wrong. Maybe we'll add them all up.
Hundreds of games for sure. Boy, I was happy for Les Miles to get that first win.
Please adjust the game clock to 12 minutes, 22 seconds. 12:22. Thank you.
Happy for our former colleague Mac Brown with his big win over South Carolina in their opener as well.
Kansas beat Indiana State. A little bit of a tight one. Yeah. Here comes Oklahoma dominating this first half. The number 4 team in the country. Leading Houston 14-0. Kennedy Brooks stopped for no gain. Grant Stewart made the tackle. I mean, I think if you polled Sooner fans, Todd, what has made you happier right now? How seamlessly Jalen Hurts has blended in, or the play of the defense? I'd say the play of the defense.
I think that's a bigger plus because let's face it, Sean, Oklahoma's offense the last 2 years has been good enough to win a national championship if their defense wasn't as bad as it was. They couldn't get beyond the semifinals because of their defense. They gave up 99 combined points and losses to Georgia and Alabama their last 2 playoff appearances.
Jalen Hurts threw a hole, stood up by Grant Stewart at the 28. Well, last year Oklahoma gave up 33 points per game, 108th in the country, 114th in total yardage allowed, and only 11 takeaways. They had 6 interceptions all year. They brought in Alex Grinch, 2 other defensive coaches with whom he had worked at Washington State, Roy Manning and Brian Odom. Hurts just standing there without any pressure, and he fires for a first down. Grant Calcaterra, first catch of the season for the Big 12 tight end from a year ago.
Patience by Hurts, staying in the pocket, just waiting for something to open. Calcaterra, I think he's on the verge of having a huge year this year. Very much like Mark Andrews, who went from 31 catches as a sophomore to 62 catches as a junior playing with Baker Mayfield. And Calcaterra is a very similar kind of player in that inside wide receiver spot.
Jaden Hazelwood, highly touted freshman, with his first touch, the man who came in motion, he gets welcomed to college football as he was stood up at the 38-yard line. Because of the success of their offense and the individual wide receivers in recent years, they are really recruiting a lot of the best wide receivers in high school in the country, including this guy.
Yeah, they had 3 of the top-rated wide receivers in this recruiting class all come to Oklahoma. They play a lot of guys. They throw it to a lot of guys. So there's no fear of not getting on the field if you're a top-flight wide receiver in this offense.
Hazelwood, most highly touted of the 3 true freshmen, 5-star recruit consensus. After the play-action fake, Hurts to Calcaterra again. He got pelted by Deontay Anderson, but he held on for a first down to the Cougar territory at the 48-yard line.
Great route. Watch Calcaterra. He's going to fake like he's running a crossing route and then right up the seam. Riley loves to do that. Show one route, get the defense to react, and then right up the seam for the quick throw, and Hurts on target again.
Hurts is 11 out of 12 for 109 and a touchdown. And he's rushed for 46 yards on 6 carries. And the other touchdown, design quarterback draw. And he got walloped at the 43-yard line by Peyton Turner. Jalen's from the Houston area. He's familiar with a lot of these Houston Cougars. He played a memorable high school playoff game, his final game in high school. His dad, the head coach at Channelview outside Houston, and played Manville, perennial power, with De'Aaron King, their quarterback. One of the players on the defense for Manville that was Jordan Carmouche, now a linebacker here at UH, and he said the thing he remembered most was how hard it was to tackle Jalen Hurts. Wasn't that hard to tackle Kennedy Brooks that time, and a nice play again by Peyton Turner. And we didn't like it. Holly mentioned it earlier. Jalen Hurts didn't like when we brought up the high school game against De'Aaron King and a few of these other Houston Cougars.
He wrestled a little bit.
Yeah, he said, I was the only top prospect on my team. They had about 20 guys who were being recruited by D1 schools. That's pretty much factual. Deep throw, wide open, CeeDee Lamb, a touchdown. Busted defense. And you don't want to lose sight of one of the best wide receivers in the country who just made it 20-0.
Yeah, you're right on the busted coverage because this was not a trick-em route. CeeDee Lamb was going deep the whole way, right up the seam. Jalen Hurts, after he moved up in the pocket, able to throw on the move, and he knew he had a wide-open guy, just get him the football.
Third straight game with a touchdown reception for Lamb. Last year he had a streak of 7 games in a row with a touchdown catch. He's the focus at wide receiver this year now that Hollywood Brown has gone on to the NFL. Callum Sutherland the extra point. It couldn't have been scripted any better for the Sooners. Jalen Hurts has been tremendous. And the defense pitching a shutout with 8:09 to go in the first half here in Norman.
Wake up. There's a lot that needs to get done today. Small things, big things, too hard to do alone things. Day after day, you need to get it all done. And here to listen and help you through it all is Bank of America, with the expertise and know-how you need to reach that blissful state of doneness. So let's get after it. What would you like the power to do?
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
It's the Labor Day sale at Ace.
The perfect time to buy a grill from our exclusive lineup of premium brands.
Right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills $3.99 and up. Plus, get a free accessories package with select Traeger grills.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks.
Keep your phone, keep your number. Escape your long-term wireless contract. It's simple. Get truly unlimited 4G LTE data for just $45 a month, with no contract ever. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple.
We're going to get cooking these chicken cutlets, and we're going to bring you right in with us. These come perfectly portioned. You can't mess up.
They're
it's
great.
So nice.
This is actually one of my favorite things because it gets me out of my box to try things that I maybe wouldn't have tried. And guess what? I always love it, even the vegetables.
Join America's #1 meal kit at HelloFresh.com. Get $80 off plus free shipping with code YUM80 during our Labor Day flash sale.
ABC's Primetime College Football is brought to you by Pacific Life. 150 years strong. Protection and retirement solutions for your future.
Hollywood Browns here. I think a lot of these fans, maybe Kyler Murray, the Arizona Cardinals, the Baltimore Ravens fans, would like to see these guys, back home around their NFL teams, getting ready for their opener 1 week from today, right? Yeah. They're here to support their old school, the Oklahoma Sooners. They're now lead 21-0 as Gabe Burkich kicks off again. Jeremy Singleton. Shut down Lowndes. Take it down well across the boundary, no flag. Here's Holland.
Well, guys, that last touchdown pass had some good chemistry behind it. Jalen Hurts to CD Lamb. They hope that'll be a good combo all season. It really started on Jalen Hurts' recruiting visit. He got here in January. The first 5 days he was in town, he actually crashed on CD Lamb's couch. They became good friends. They've had a good chemistry. And Lincoln Riley said one of the things he's really been working with Jalen Hurts on is to kind of take some of the robot out of him. He's had so many different coordinators, 6 different coordinators or offensive coaches in his college career. And he wants him to quit thinking, just be instinctive. And I think we saw that on that last play.
Absolutely, Holly. His move in the pocket and throwing on the run, that was an instinctive play. Nothing robotic about that.
Play action pass to Eric King. Pressure and throws incomplete. Intended for Cole McGowan. That was the 15th play run on offense by Houston. Meanwhile, Oklahoma has 16 first downs.
New quarterback, 4 new offensive linemen. So far, no problem for the Sooner offense. The machine just keeps on humming. Lincoln Riley, just a tremendous play caller and teacher. Bill Beatonbow, the offensive line coach, one of the best in college football. They don't look like they've missed a beat.
King 2 out of 5 passing for 0 yards. Checks it down to Kyle Porter. He weaves close to a first down. Kenneth Murray, another tackle. He has demonstrated outstanding speed at 6'2", 243.
When I was at Oklahoma's practice the other day, it was called a walkthrough, but when I watched the defense, it was a run-through. Very fast-paced, rep after rep after rep. They ran 178 plays in this practice, and it was fast-paced, and I didn't see them make any mistakes. They were on point, in sync, and where they were supposed to be, and that's the way they looked tonight in a live game situation.
And Houston convert on third down for the first time tonight. Confusion. King makes something out of nothing, makes a lot out of nothing, and dives down at the 39-yard line of Oklahoma to spot him back at the 40.
Oklahoma has had consistent pressure on the pocket. Kenneth Murray's unblocked. Two guys unblocked, and you see the elusiveness of D'Eriq King, and then he didn't do that last year very often, get down. When Dana Holgorsen got there, he had a 40-play tape of Kyler Murray because he said this guy was the best in college football at protecting himself after he ran the football.
Well, 40 plays are just Murray running out of bounds or avoiding a tackle or sidestepping a rush. And King got the message. Marcus Stripling, the freshman number 33 for Oklahoma, who they think is going to be a star, whiffed in the backfield to allow King to get free. Timeout, 6.5 to go till halftime. A rough start for Dana Holgorsen back at UH.
It all comes down to a single, defining moment. When a plan stops being a plan and gets set into motion. Today's Merrill can help you get there. With the people, tools, and personalized advice to help turn your ambitions into action. What would you like the power to do?
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Hello? How much is this going to cost me? 90?
Mr. In Between premieres Thursday, September 12th on FX.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Introducing a razor that works differently. The Gillette Skin Guard, designed with a guard between the blades that helps protect skin. It guards against razor burn on the neck and irritation on the face. Get the shave you've been waiting for. Gillette Skin Guard.
Sean McDonough, Tom Blackledge, Holly Rowe back in Norman, Oklahoma. The fourth-ranked Sooners leading Houston 21-0. The Cougars just picked up their second first down of the game. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 40 with D'Eriq King waiting for the snap. Kyle Porter, the running back. They come after him with pressure. And King firing. First catch of the night, Marquez Stevenson showing his speed. He got blasted at the 40 by Galarian Turner-Yell, the new starting safety for Oklahoma, a gain of 19.
Houston now going to go with a little bit of tempo. That was a beautiful route by Stevenson. He did the same thing we saw Calcaterra do for Oklahoma. Showed crossing route and then went back outside and created separation. And you got to get him involved if you're Houston. I mean, he's one of your playmakers.
His second catch of the night for 23 yards. They've targeted him 3 times. Move the front. D'Eriq King said that's one of the things he did expect from this new Oklahoma defense. He takes off running. De'Aaron King inside the 20 and wrestled down at the 18-yard line. 22 on the ground for the senior quarterback.
This is a nice design. Look, he shows us running left. It's a quarterback run all the way. The left tackle, Josh Jones, does a nice job pulling out from the play. Now Houston in the red zone.
Like Oklahoma might have been offside. So they were going to bring pressure again. Mike Roach, the referee. Best drive of the night for Houston by far.
False start. Offense number 5. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Did you get that? Do you want me to translate false start?
Number 5.
Number 5. N-U-M-B-A.
No, that's not the kind of penalty you have. You finally got something going. You got some momentum. You're in the red zone. And you set yourself back 5 yards against this Oklahoma defense that has played extremely well here in the first half. So now if you're De'Aaron King, you want to get part of this yardage back. Get yourself right back in that good area in the red zone.
More pressure brought by Coach Grinch. The check down to Kyle Porter. Nice move in the open field. And he's into the end zone for a Houston touchdown. Trey Brown missed the tackle. And Porter did the rest.
Yep, Trey Brown is out there one-on-one. And, you know, teams in college football, they stop tackling about a week and a half before the season starts. No more live tackling. You just trust the foundation and the techniques. And Trey Brown got left behind by Kyle Porter, and a really nice job by De'Aaron King finding an outlet receiver under pressure.
Porter played in 27 games at Texas. Transferred in to Houston this season, has his first touchdown as a Cougar, and his first touchdown of the season and of the Dana Holgerson era. The extra point good by Dalton Witherspoon. 23 yards on the score for Houston. It's 21-7.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubs his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stop smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Hey, my name is George, and I love the Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. It's like me grilling at home. It tastes very similar to that, except the seasoning. I probably can't season it as well as Chick-fil-A does. The chicken's super tender, and honestly, the best nuggets I've ever tasted.
Cologuard, colon cancer screening for people 50 and older at average risk. I took your advice and asked my doctor to order Cologuard, that non-invasive colon cancer screening test. The delivery guy just dropped it off. Our doctor says it uses advanced science.
It's actually stool DNA technology that finds 92% of colon cancers. No prep and private.
Colon cancer screening that's as easy as get, go, gone. Ask your doctor if Cologuard is right for you. Covered by Medicare and most major insurers.
Ready to upgrade your appliances? Today is the day for Do It, because the Home Depot makes it easy to save now, compare options, and fuel your team for less. Shop hundreds of special buys like these GE laundry pairs, just $5.98 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more Do It.
This season, Taco Bell again celebrating student sections and passionate fans like these Sooners. Awarding the best student section of the year. Go to ESPN.com/Taco Bell to see if your team made this week's rankings, see how your school can compete. Dalton Witherspoon kicks off. Here's Trey Brown trying to atone for the missed tackle. He might just do that. He's across midfield. And upended. There is a flag down. Harrison Vaughn made the tackle for Houston. Might have saved a touchdown.
Burn the return. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 87. After this, he's going to go on first down.
Well, you don't do live special teams too much. Take a look at the top left of your screen. Right there it is. That's the block in the back. And that play comes back. Nice job by Trey Brown trying to atone for the missed tackle, but all for naught.
But he was already kind of going down. Negates a 53-yard return. Now, you and I can speak much more informedly. That's a better word now. Could I start that over? We can speak with a better background about officiating this year because we were the officials for the Georgia spring football game, which I know everybody saw on the SEC network.
It's hard. It was fun, and it was challenging, and it gave me a whole new appreciation.
What was your position?
I was the head linesman.
And I was the back judge.
Yeah. Just where you have to keep your eyes and all the things you have to look at and how disciplined you have to be. It was interesting.
In fact, Steve Shaw, supervisor for the SEC, and a great group of officials who taught us a lot. Taught us enough to know that seemed like a bad call. And now we say that with much more background. Jalen Hurts spins ahead to the 13-yard line. Of course, those guys were so nice to us in the SEC that we promised we would never say a disparaging word about the official. They were really not. This was a mild criticism. We would have brought in Bill Lamagnier, our rules expert, but apparently Bill's having a pretzel or something. Did Bill show up? There's Bill. Bill's here. I think it's the best Bill's ever been so far tonight. From the 13-yard line after a gain of 4, Hurts under duress. So effortlessly got away from it. Now he takes off running and gallops across midfield to the 44-yard line of Houston. Chased out by Javarius Owens. It's a 42-yard run for Hurts.
They wanted to hit CeeDee Lamb on a crossing route. But watch Jalen Hurts see just a big area of green open up. Picks up a nice block down the field. That was number 54, Marquise Hayes, with a nice block leading the way. The reason Marquise Hayes was down the field blocking is because that is a screen pass with a crossing route going behind the line of scrimmage. Oklahoma loves that play, but Jalen Hurts turned it into a quarterback run.
He has played just about a perfect first half. 12 out of 13 passing for 154 and 2 touchdowns. And he's coming up on 100 yards rushing. Donovan Newton made the tackle on Trey Sermon. Newton, a sophomore, didn't play very much at all last year. He won the starting middle linebacker job in camp. There are the numbers. Hurts, more than twice as much total offense as the entire Houston team. And not in a big hurry here, with plenty of time left. Just under 3 minutes now remaining in the half and 2 timeouts for Oklahoma. Ooh, little flea flicker and Hurts. One of the rare deep balls tonight. CeeDee Lamb with some contact in the end zone with Demarion Williams. No flag, and it's an incomplete pass.
Well, Jalen Hurts threw this ball on the wrong side of CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was expecting this to go over his left shoulder. A little trickery in the backfield, great protection. But that ball needs to be thrown more to the middle of the field. Because it was thrown back over the other shoulder, it enabled Demarion Williams to make a play or be in the way. There was no safety help to the middle, and Jalen Hurts just threw that over the wrong shoulder.
It was a very experienced back judge. I think that should have been pass interference. Hurts takes off running. And he has a first down. Powerful run. And the ball came out. Was he down? No. The officials say it's Houston's ball near the 30-yard line.
You know, we've seen Jalen run out of bounds. We've seen him slide. We've seen him do some things to avoid extra contact. That time he's fighting for the extra yardage. Might have been a little frustrated that he missed the long ball.
Going on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 83 to pull the player off the pile. 15 yards penalty added. Fumble recovery spot. First down for Houston.
This could be a huge break for the Cougars because they were not stopping Oklahoma again. They've had trouble stopping them from doing anything offensively. And watch Jalen Hurts. He's going to put this head down and try to fight for extra yardage. And from behind, there you see the ball ripped out. Number 30. Oh, no, who was that?
David Anini from behind there, number 12.
We had two guys both going for the football. Alexander Duke and Anini both trying to rip it out. One of them got it.
Well, the first turnover for either side tonight. As we said, Jalen Hurts has been just about perfect. Long incomplete pass and a lost fumble. Still hard to argue how outstanding he has been here in this first half. It's 18 straight games now with a takeaway for Houston. Out wide it goes, Jeremy Singleton. The completion from De'Aaron King. So 2:24 to go. Houston at midfield. If they could get a touchdown here, Todd, for as much as they've been dominated in this first half, they have to feel really good.
They got a good play from their defense. They've got 2 timeouts, and they got a veteran quarterback running the show here with the ball at midfield. So I think they're trying to adjust to the late shifts. Oklahoma is showing some line stunts and shifting. Dana Holgorsen trying to counter that with later snap counts.
Porter's seen the bulk of the action at running back. Here's a little screen. Marked by Stevenson with some running room. And he goes out of bounds near the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 20.
Well, this is a 30-yard gain. Beautiful design. They had a screen both ways, and they faked the screen to the left and came back to the wide receiver screen to Stevenson on the right, and it really fooled the Oklahoma defense. Good play call by Dana Holgorsen and excellent execution by the Cougar offense.
Holgorsen, 48-year-old Iowa native, very familiar with a lot of the coaches on Lincoln Riley's staff. He and Lincoln Riley were together for several years at Texas Tech under Mike Leach. Porter stood up after a gain of 1. They're playing tonight without Patrick Carr, the Cougars' leading rusher from a year ago, returning more than 800 yards, but undisclosed injury. They think he'll be back in the next week or two.
Sean, this is where you really now wonder about the new culture, the new infusion of enthusiasm for Alex Grinch and the defense. Things are starting to go a little sideways. Are you able to settle back in and get back on the same page as a defense? All 11 guys running to the football, playing together.
Lincoln Riley said he wanted Grinch more than anything else to change the culture, change the mentality, and the players say he has. Quarterback draw, King, ripped down by Ronnie Perkins, who's had a nice half. Freshman All-American last year with 5 sacks as a true freshman.
Big body, athletic kid, did a nice job of wrapping up the tackle.
Alex Grinch arrived in January, so we put the whole defense in right away. They have 7 months to teach it, so let's put it all in. And he thinks the defense has been learned very well by these Sooner defensive players, and it sure seems like they've learned the lessons with their performance in this half. Half a minute to go. King of bullet. A little bit too wide for Terry Mark, and Fields had the coverage.
Yeah, I'm sure De'Aaron King wishes he had that throw back, because that he had a wide open receiver, and he kind of threw this in a hurry, kind of threw it off his back foot. He didn't step into the throw, and it wasn't as accurate as he normally is.
There's Dalton Witherspoon, returning field goal kicker for Houston. He's from just down the road, about 15 minutes away in Moore, Oklahoma. The homecoming for the Houston kicker, 34-yarder, up and good. Well, 26 seconds to go till halftime. Oklahoma now leading 21-10. Remind you, this great weekend of college football action continues with college football primetime tomorrow night. Great capper to your Labor Day. 8 Eastern time, number 9 Notre Dame against Louisville, live on ESPN and also on the ESPN app. Notre Dame off back-to-back double-figure win season, 7-2 in season openers under Brian Kelly.
You know, everybody last year after the Clemson game that we did, the semifinal game, everybody's saying, "Oh, we told you Notre Dame didn't deserve to be, shouldn't have been in the playoffs." And that argument sounded okay until everybody saw what Clemson did to Alabama in the championship game, and then you say, "Wait a minute, Clemson was really, really good."
No one was going to say Alabama didn't belong in the playoff, even though Clemson put it on them in the championship game.
To the tune of the worst loss ever by Nick Saban Alabama team.
Witherspoon to kick off. And he just bounces it down the middle. Pretty effective sprint kick. And the Sooners content to gobble it up. Troy James recovered it at the 27-yard line. You can check out our alternate angle Xfinity Skycam coverage of tonight's game, streaming live on the ESPN app. So does that mean, and I probably should have inquired this with our outstanding producer Phil Dean and director Scott Johnson, does that mean if you go to the ESPN app, there's a place where you can watch this entire game from Skycam, brought to you by Xfinity?
That's correct, yes.
You would like that. Analysts tend to like Skycam.
I like Skycam. Yeah, I do.
Can we watch this play from Skycam? I guess not.
Well, there it is. There it is.
Thank you, Scott Johnson.
I think they also don't have play-by-play voice on that channel.
Oh, another selling point. There's Trey Sermon out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So Oklahoma with a quality gain might attack now near midfield with 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, you're definitely in range, and Jalen Hurts just be smart with the football. That last turnover was unfortunate for him, but they're in position right here. Still have 2 timeouts as well.
One of the questions, especially the comparisons to Mayfield and Murray, the belief is Hurts right here is not as good a deep ball thrower as the previous 2. Houston rushes 4, some twisting up front, well blocked by this new offensive line. Trey Sermon sneaks out, leaps up and over, goes out of bounds as he went over Kadarian Smith, the quarterback. And he's still hopping with 8 seconds to go in the half. They're going to spot the ball at the 34-yard line, so long field goal range at the very least.
Well, the play took a long time because it was a deep zone coverage by Houston. But with 8 seconds now, you still have time for a quick throw. You can make a throw to the sideline, and with 2 timeouts, really, you can throw the ball anywhere, but you just can't hold on to it a long time if you're Jalen Hurts. Quick decision, get rid of the football. If it's out of bounds, bring your field goal. If not, use a timeout.
Lincoln Riley calls the plays. Like a design run for Hurts. He better get down quickly or get in the end zone. He gets down, and they get a timeout with 1 second to go. Darian Smith nearest there for Houston. That's an interesting call.
Well, it's a dangerous call. You know, if it was a short run, it would have been okay because he calls timeout. But the problem was there were no defenders, and Jalen Hurts just kept running.
Well, it looked like a design run, which to me is interesting.
It was
he only had 8 seconds, and you wonder if Jalen Hurts was actually looking up at the stadium clock, or if he just had the clock in his head to know, I got to be out of time here and get down.
Well, and he didn't call the timeout. Lincoln Riley called the timeout. Ideally, if you're going to call that play, you would want your quarterback run, get down, you call the timeout. Let's not put ourselves, because that was dangerously close to being out of time.
Now, Houston has called timeout. You wonder if they're going to try to ice the new kicker here, Callum Sutherland. His only action last season was 3 kickoffs, backing up Austin Seibert. Lincoln Riley, I think he's made his name as a play caller, obviously offensive coordinator in East Carolina. It was Dana Holgerson, among others, who recommended him to Bob Stoops. Bob was looking for offensive coordinator here. Dana says, I regret it now. He never beat Oklahoma in 7 tries when he was at West Virginia. But this guy's a brilliant play caller. They've had the best offense in college football the last 4 years, with him calling the plays. 2 years as the offensive coordinator and 2 as head coach.
Again, think about it now. He's had back-to-back transfer quarterbacks come into his program, and the offensive production has been unbelievable.
They continue to try to ice young Mr. Sutherland, redshirt sophomore from Keller, Texas. The promotions department at ESPN loves this. It gives us time to remind you about the big doubleheader on ABC and the ESPN app. 3:30 Eastern Time, Texas A&M, #1 Clemson. A lot of people think Clemson's going to just walk right through the regular season. The Texas A&M team has something to say about that. And then at 7:30, LSU and Texas in a top 10 matchup. The Tigers #6 and the Longhorns #10, Saturday night, presented by Wells Fargo.
Yeah, well, quarterback Sam Ellinger announced in the game we did, the Sugar Bowl win, that Texas is back. Well, we'll find out in a big way in that game against LSU, because LSU's a good football team, and Joe Burrow, what a start he had in his first game. 5 touchdown passes for the LSU offense.
All in the first half. LSU's win over Georgia Southern. So Sutherland is 0 for 2. That one's way right. And Lincoln Riley told us yesterday it's kind of a coin flip whether it be Sutherland or Gabe Burkett. So you wonder if Gabe Burkett might get a shot at the field goals if they attempt field goals in the second half. Oklahoma outgained Houston 370 to 153. Here's Holly.
Well, Coach Riley, how do you evaluate your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, in that first half, both passing and 127 yards rushing with his legs?
Yeah, he's played well. You know, other than the fumble, he's really done a nice job for us. So we got to get paid off a little bit more. We've dominated the game too much to not be up a little bit more, but we got to make key plays there, finish some field goals, finish some drives.
Your defense was pitching a shutout until those final 2 drives. What do you evaluate that they've got to change there?
They've done a good job. We didn't convert on a couple of third downs. We missed an open field tackle down there. But they've done a good job on that, especially holding the field goal there. That was big momentum there at the end of the half.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
At halftime, Oklahoma 21, Houston 10. We'll send you to the studio for the halftime report right after these messages.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touchscreen?
The Surface has better touchscreen, because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touchscreens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says, get a Surface.
I wanna go where my baby lives. I wanna go where she lives. They say she lives up on a hill.
You must be Steven's phone.
Know who's on your network and control who shouldn't be with Xfinity X5. Simple, easy, awesome.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's the new feature. Getting used to it. Maytag, now with the power of the extra power button.
The debut of Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma and Lincoln Riley's offense. You can look really good when
your number one wide receiver, one of the best in the game, CeeDee Lamb, is that wide open. 45-yard touchdown catch, and right now Oklahoma's up 21-10. Welcome to the studio. Kevin Nagani alongside Jonathan Belmo. When you look at the numbers here for Jalen Hurts, 302 total yards, right? 3 total touchdowns, 2 incompletions. How comfortable is he in this offense so far?
Very comfortable. What I've noticed is that he's gotten even more comfortable as the game has progressed. They gave Jalen Hurts easy throws to start the game, and then they said, we need you to start reading these defenses and putting the ball downfield. And what you see is a comfortable guy sitting in the pocket. You see a nice completion of Grant Calcaterra right there. And this is what I love, reminiscent of the SEC championship game. Instead of scrambling to run, let's scramble to throw the ball. CeeDee Lamb with the easy touchdown. They need more of that from him. And when you look on the defensive side, Kev.
And Alex Grinch, the new DC, what are you seeing from Oklahoma?
I'm seeing an aggressive, fast, flying around defense. Frankly, the opposite of what I've seen of Big 12 defenses in the past couple of years. You watch Kenneth Murray right here, extremely fast, extremely athletic, and they're letting them be aggressive. Go out there and not think too much, just line up and play football and be aggressive.
It changes things completely when you can say Oklahoma has a defense, right? When you look at the Big 12?
Playoff contenders. You have their offense has always been playoff contenders. Now you add a defense that's aggressive and can tackle. They'll be there.
Now, Derek King, by the way, accounted for 50 touchdowns a year ago. Now getting a little bit more comfortable in Dana Holgerson's new offense that we saw in the second quarter, getting some points there. We'll see how this plays out in the second half. We've got some big news coming in the last few minutes, and that is USC. They have lost their starting quarterback, JT Daniels, for the season after a devastating knee injury in their opener last night against Fresno State. An ACL and meniscus tear, according to Clay Helton, the head coach. USC survived the game. They won. They'll turn the page now to true freshman Keaton Slovis here. So JT Daniels is done. And when you look at this schedule, it is brutal for Clay Helton. The pressure coming in already there. What does this now mean, this type of injury for Helton and USC moving forward?
It was already an uphill battle
for
USC with JT Daniels. Now you're talking about the backup Keaton Slovis having to now man this team and help the offense. Now there's still talent on the offensive side of the football, but there's no way to mask a young, inexperienced quarterback. There's no way to do it. You can try to run the ball more. You can try to do easy throws with screens. But as a defensive coordinator, I'm saying I already know what to do against a young guy. If he can't make the right reads, I'm going to attack. And then when he's flustered, I'm going to back off. And in third and long situations, just let them pass the ball and make the tackle. So, I don't know how they're gonna get through this
True
5-game
freshman
stretch.
Slovis.
Yes, let's look at it. Stanford, BYU, Utah, Washington, a bye, and then
Notre Dame.
Jeez. Whew. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Keaton Slovis, by the way, 6'2", 200 pounds, out of Arizona. And the backstory is Jack Sears. He was part of that depth chart. He dropped in the depth chart.
Welcome to come back, though.
Transfer portal.
Welcome to come back.
We'll see how that plays out here at USC. Meanwhile, they got that matchup against Stanford on Saturday night on ESPN. Some doubt about their quarterback situation after KJ Costello had to leave yesterday's game against Northwestern, taking a forearm to the head from Ernest Brown. It did not draw a targeting penalty.
Nor should it.
No?
It was not. Remember, targeting, as we met with the rules officials, you have to show intent. And so there was no intent when you have a 300-pound lineman that dropped in coverage. Going and leaning forward, there was no intent to say I'm going to maliciously now put my forearm in this guy's face and mask or anything like that.
Well, we have seen targeting called on something more suspect than that.
Which is good. And you know what? I like that the referees, they convened in the offseason and they've changed that. Because there are a lot of times when players are arguing, look, I can't control in the fraction of a second when an offensive player goes down low or ducks or slides, and then I have to figure out how to contort my body. There was no malicious intent. And that's what we saw right there.
Davis Mills will get the start. We'll see if he gets the start.
Was that your way of saying you don't agree with me?
I don't agree. I don't agree. You're the defensive player, but I do not agree coming in, and especially what we've seen with the rules. We'll see how that plays out. Davis Mills, by the way, came in. He was 7 of 14, and then Stanford did hold on to beat Northwestern, but the uncertainty with Costello remains there. No uncertainty on who is the guy and the man at Auburn, especially how it played out last night. Oregon. Huge game, huge storyline for the Pac-12. They blow a 15-point lead in the third quarter, and here comes the true freshman, Bo Nix. He becomes a legend there. Less than 2 minutes to go, 4th and 3, picks up the first down. They're down by 1. Then Nix to Spencer Nye, 9 yards. Later in this drive, again, down by 1, get in field goal range, right?
This is what I love right here, Kev. We're going to watch the next play. 21 seconds up. Watch how he lines up. Easy read and gets the ball on the money to get it out of bounds. That is big lead right there.
Find Seth Williams. All right, now, 16 seconds left. No timeouts. You're in field goal range. Chris Fowler, sound up.
Now they can play a little safer. But they're not going to. Nix is back. Throws it downfield. Caught. Touchdown,
Bo 2.0. The legend begins. And look at the reaction from Gus.
Yeah, he's saying thank you, Bo. Thank you for saving me, Bo.
Stunner, 27-21 now. What can this do for Bo Nix, the true freshman, and Gus Malzahn calling plays for Auburn as they move on?
Well, now we understand, and Gus Malzahn more than anybody will understand Bo Nix's strengths, Bo Nix's weaknesses. Or you look at that drive, the best thing about it was the play calling. It was everything, getting outside when he needed him to get outside. And then it was simple reads. Hey, Bo, look, if it's a cover 2, we're going to fit it right there into that 7 route and get him outside. That's what they're going to do moving on. And when he gets more comfortable with the offense, then you start adding more plays.
You look at the schedule for Auburn. They got A&M on the road. They got Florida on the road. They got LSU on the road.
How is this not the toughest schedule in the league right now?
At the end of the season, they host Georgia and Bama. Good luck. Ahead, the first top 10 SEC Big 12 regular season game will take place on ABC in Austin next week, and we've got a preview.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
Gatorade packs carbs to refuel and electrolytes to replenish, so you can bring the heat. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Look, Grandpa, I got you the Echo Show. You can ask it to play music or check the weather. Valerie, Alexa, at 6 p.m., remind Grandpa your favorite dessert's in the fridge.
Okay, I'll set a reminder.
Alexa, play the song that goes Valerie.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. And they're still with you right now. But how well do you know them? You don't know my name. Nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. There's something you never.
Applebee's handcrafted burgers now starting at $7.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Introducing a razor that works differently. The Gillette Skin Guard, designed with a guard between the blades that helps protect skin. It guards against razor burn on the neck and irritation on the face. Get the shave you've been waiting for. Gillette Skin Guard.
There's a new culture in college education. Trevor Lawrence looks like a generational talent. We're back. We fight like tigers.
What a phenomenal lineup next Saturday. Cannot wait for it. And JV and Kevin Nagani back here with you. When you look at that primetime matchup here and you look at Texas versus LSU, in Austin. It's going to be, of course, the quarterback talk. Joe Burrow on one side, but Sam Ehlinger, he's impressed you. What do you see on tape?
I see a lot of improvement from Sam Ehlinger with his accuracy. You watch right here. Look where he puts the ball. He's leading the wide receiver away from the safety. He doesn't get nailed. That is going to be what is necessary with tight coverage by LSU, who knows how to play man coverage. And then you watch the composure right here. He sets up the defensive end, scoops in, gets back out, and then now eyes downfield. Not looking to run. He wants to pass the ball. Now look at the accuracy right there. I mean, give credit to the receiver right there, keeping the toe in, but that is necessary when you start talking about getting Texas over the top and over the hump. Now, we can't have plays like this. You put the ball behind the receiver, he's not going to catch it. Again, thinking about the LSUs of the world and the Alabamas of the world, he's going to need that accuracy.
4 passing touchdowns in the win last night against Louisiana Tech. Right now, Jalen Hurts has a couple touchdowns in the air, and it's Oklahoma 21-10. They will receive. That's ahead.
Wake up. There's a lot that needs to get done today. Small things, big things, too hard to do alone things. Day after day, you need to get it all done. And here to listen and help you through it all is Bank of America, with the expertise and know-how you need to reach that blissful state.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
After 15, there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
If you believe in progress and breaking the traditional mold, why suffer from a blade made with tech that's old? If you've evolved in so many ways, why use a blade that can cut your skin every day? If you're a man who does what feels right, ditch the blade, shave the way that feels right. New Philips Norelco S6000 with Comfort Glide rings. Philips Norelco S6000. Protect your skin, ditch the blade. There's always a way to make life better. Philips Norelco.
Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. Non-conference season opener for these two teams. Houston out of the American and Oklahoma. There's the 4 straight outright Big 12 titles, and it's the Sooners. Words of their coach, Lincoln Riley, dominated the first half, but leads just 21-10. They will get the ball first to begin the second half as Dalton Witherspoon will kick off for the University of Houston. Trey Brown back deep. Bounce down the field and into the end zone. Let's take a look at tonight's Pacific Life game summary. In top black looks Jalen Hurts. He's focused, starting the night, and he had a terrific first half.
13 to 15, he threw to 9 different receivers. He ran for over 125 yards. The only mistake he made was he lost that fumble that led to the last score, the field goal from Houston. But other than that, he was terrific.
13 out of 15 for 174. And 2 touchdowns. Hurts rushed for 128 yards in a score. Trying to throw on first down. He was pressured. He dumped it off to Trey Sermon. He's ahead for a 5-yard gain. And of course, the big story as well for Oklahoma. Much improved defense. Yeah. We thought there was a chance. I think you and I are both believers that coaching can make a difference.
Absolutely. And I think that we saw that defense start off great. They got a little sideways there on De'Aaron King, made some plays, and then that last drive, and Lincoln Riley mentioned it, when they held them to a field goal, that was the defense kind of getting back together, getting back on the same page, and getting a much-needed stop.
On 2nd and 5, Hurts has a man wide open. It's Nick Basquin spinning around. Didn't retreat to give back the first down yardage he had gained. There's the 39, 1st and 10.
A lot of people wonder that team plays of 10 or more yards, and they're averaging over 10 yards a play for the game. And, Jalen Hurts, you ask, how's he going to adapt to this offense? Has he developed as a quarterback? When you hit 9 different receivers in a first half, and you spread the football around, and you can see him finding secondary receivers and outlet receivers, that speaks of his development as a quarterback.
We talked about these two teams were among the very worst defensively last year in giving up plays of 10 yards or more. 2nd and 3rd. Oklahoma used to be only UConn in doing that last year. Oklahoma's cleaned it up. The Houston defense still with a big problem. Hurts runs to the 44-yard line.
And that's what he gives you. I mean, the pocket collapses, the protection goes away, it's good coverage down the field, but Jalen Hurts still turns it into a 5-yard gain.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5. 2 minutes into the second half. Houston felt like it built a little momentum in the second quarter. Dana Holgerson spoke a few moments ago at Holly Rowe, trying to continue that here in the opening series, and they'll get a 3 and out as Hurts throws incomplete. Intended for C.D. Lamb with Demarion Williams in coverage.
They love to throw the back shoulder fade in this Oklahoma offense, and that's what that was. And Jalen Hurts is a little too wide on the throw.
It's actually 3rd and 5 now. They were 3 out of 5 on 3rd down in the first half. Hurts was 2 out of 3 passing on 3rd down in the opening half. Plenty of time, the quick slam, the completion. Charleston Rambo. Rambo lunging for the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Beautiful quick slant route in the back. Going out of the backfield is going to pull the linebacker out of the underneath coverage. Open lane for Jalen Hurts to hit him, and then you see the acceleration of Rambo. He runs past 3 Houston defenders after the catch. Hit in stride and never slowed down until he got to the end zone. For Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown on the football game.
Having a tremendous debut for Lincoln Riley and the Oklahoma Sooners. There's Callum Sullivan, just a couple of field goals. He's been perfect on extra points. He missed 2 field goals in the first half. Oklahoma missed 2 field goals all of last season. Austin Seibert went 17 out of 19. Rambo, redshirt sophomore from Cedar Hill, Texas, with his 2nd career touchdown.
When a plan stops being a plan and gets set into motion. Today's Merrill can help you get there. With the people, tools, and personalized advice to help turn your ambitions into action. What would you like the power to do?
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touch screen?
The Surface has better touchscreen because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touch screens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
We're pretty different.
Everyone in your family is different. That's why Verizon lets everyone mix and match different unlimited plans, so you only pay for what you need. Switch now to Verizon. New plans start at $35. Just $35. The network more people rely on gives you more.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, boom, there it is. Boom, there it is.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99, and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
The U.S. Open continues tomorrow on ESPN2.
We're back in Norman, Oklahoma, with the Sooners leading Houston 28-10 here in the third quarter as we continue Dr. Pepper's championship drive game of the week. David Perkins kicks off after the Sooners touchdown. A touchback. Bryson Smith didn't try to field it.
And we made this point tonight about Jalen Hurts only being here a little over 7 months, but the reason that's so significant is because the two guys before him, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, both had 3 years in this Lincoln Riley system to understand the nuances of it. And so a crash course that Lincoln Riley had to take Jalen Hurts through, and obviously he has picked it up very well and very quickly.
It's interesting talking to Lincoln Riley. You asked him, how much you're going to change what you've done here in the past. Coaches always change and add wrinkles regardless if they have quarterback changes. Every year they're adding something, maybe taking things away that didn't work. And he said that they wouldn't change very much from what they've been in the past. Eric King hands it off inside the top quarter. I thought the interesting thing, he says, we don't put in particular plays for him. What we try to figure out as we watch him practice, there are flags down now with some extracurriculars at the end of the play, is what is he comfortable with, particularly in the passing game? What can he process well, and what does he not process as well?
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 32. 15-yard penalty guarantee, I'm going on automatic, first down.
Larry Turner yelled guilty of the personal foul. He said sometimes you watch practice day after day, and then you go watch the practice film and you realize that a particular passing route combination was designed for it to go to a particular receiver, but he keeps throwing it somewhere else. You wonder, okay, maybe he's not comfortable throwing it to the primary receiver, and then we change the play or we get rid of it.
And you can adjust things within the passing concepts. The one thing I do think that he has done and changed is we've seen Jalen Hurts run the football between the tackles more than we saw Kyler Murray do. Of course, Baker Mayfield, they didn't call that play for him.
Plays Stevenson. Knocked around, but stayed on his feet and got 9 more. Houston looked like it found a little rhythm on offense at the end of the half. Their first 4 drives at 34 yards total. The last 2 at 119 in all 10 of their points.
They started to settle down. Dana Holgorsen, he's been around, and he's been around Oklahoma. He knows their people. He couldn't beat them when he was at West Virginia, but he's familiar with them, even though it's a different defensive system. A lot of the same people that he faced last year in Morgantown.
He calls the plays. And a handoff to Porter, and he got wrapped up immediately by Ronnie Perkins. Loss on the play.
That was good, solid defense, because you say, why didn't Derek King hold that on the read? There were 2 defenders outside that he wasn't going to go outside with the ball either. That was just good, fundamental defense by Oklahoma on that play.
A big play call here for Coach Holgorsen. Very short yardage formation for Houston. Usually they spread you out, and it looked like the left guard flinched.
Houston was trying to go with a longer count to draw the penalty, and they jumped themselves.
All start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Gio Pancani, a newcomer, played 3 games last year at Texas Tech before he transferred to Houston. They brought in a couple of transfer guards. Justin Murphy, number 72, has played at Texas Tech and UCLA. They needed bodies on this offensive line. And Pancani and Murphy once together at Texas Tech. They're the guards on the field right now. 3rd down and 6. King, plenty of time, long throw, going for Courtney Lark. It wasn't all that close. Marnell Motley running in coverage for the Sooners.
Holgerson's going to punt now. I think if they would have gotten the completion and gotten closer to that marker, he might have gone for it here on 4th down, just knowing that they're going to have trouble stopping Oklahoma on a consistent basis. But 4th and this long, he's got to punt the football.
The penalty was a killer. Here's Dane Roy with C.D. Lamb back deep. Lands near the near sideline and is downed at the 16-yard line by Cole McGowan. Here's Holly Rowe.
You guys were talking about the relationship that Jalen Hurts is trying to build with Lincoln Riley and how they're adapting that offense. And it's also very interesting. Lincoln Riley is the head coach, obviously calls the plays, but he's in every single quarterback meeting. He said one of the things we've done is we keep that room sacred. So when other coaches come to visit or people want to learn about our offense, I never let them come into meetings with the quarterbacks, because I need them to be vulnerable in that room. I need them to be able to tell me, hey, coach, I didn't see it, or I didn't know that. It's like, I don't want guys to tell me what they think I want to hear. I need them to be very vulnerable, and that's why he keeps that room very private so that trust begins to build.
Yeah, that's important, because the quarterback's got to tell a guy, I don't like this play either. That's when a coach gets rid of it.
As part of the process we're talking about is Kennedy Brooks. Cross midfield and wrestled down from behind by Javarius Owens, the safety in his first game at Houston, has had a busy night. 39 yards on the run for Kennedy Brooks.
Yeah, Kennedy Brooks has had a pretty quiet night. Watch Creed Humphrey gets a block. He turns his man right in the hole. The right guard, Tyrese Robinson, with a nice block, number 52. And again, just the combination from a running standpoint of Kennedy Brooks, Trey Sermon, and Jalen Hurts. Wow.
You mentioned their running game underrated. They led the nation in yards per rush last season, 6.57. They're over 11 yards per rush tonight. Here's Brooks again. He sidestepped to hit a couple more yardage. He was a big reason why they had that nation-leading average last year. He averaged 8.87 yards per carry last season, second in school history. There's a flag down on the play. Only the great Pruitt back in 1971 had a better rushing average per carry in a season.
Personal foul. Offense number 52. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Marquise Hayes, the new left guard.
That's Bill Beatonbow, the offensive line coach, giving him a little piece of his mind. Just, you got a great drive going. You're mauling him up front. You don't need that penalty, blocking out of bounds.
Just talked about the relationships and the connections between these two coaching staffs. Beatonbow has a history, goes back a long way with the Dana Holgerson, Hal Mumme, Mike Leach connection. Demarion Williams, the injured player.
This is Jerry. This is Control Tower in the Wells Fargo mobile app. It shows Jerry his recurring payments, including a few streaming services he forgot about. It's time to clean house, Jerry. Good move. This is Wells Fargo.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
So we're not the best. Our kicker stubs his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Keep your phone, keep your number. Escape your long-term wireless contract. It's simple. Get truly unlimited 4G LTE data for just $45 a month, with no contract ever. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Well, the National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper here in Norman, Oklahoma tonight. Sooners certainly contender to win a national championship. They have to be encouraged by the much improved defense, at least so far, against a Houston team that was one of the highest scoring in the country a year ago. And a smooth debut for Jalen Hurts as an Oklahoma Sooner. 9:22 to go, third quarter. It's 28-10 in favor of the Sooners. They're first and 17 at midfield. Hurts dumped it off. Michael Jones stacked up in the Houston 45, still well short of the first down. Todd, I know you admire Bill Beaton, one of the great offensive line coaches in the country. Talked about the connections. This air raid offense goes back to Iowa Wesleyan under Hal Money, and Beanbo was the first center on that team.
That's right. And Mike Leach was the offensive line coach at that time. Beanbo was a backup center. The starting center got homesick and decided to quit school. He became the starter, and that was the first year in 1991 when the air raid offense was introduced.
Dana Holderson played wide receiver at Iowa Wesleyan. Here's Gene Hazelwood, the highly touted freshman, living up to his press clippings. He nearly scored a touchdown. He gives the Sooners a first and goal.
Well, first of all, he does a great job of running his route and turning his numbers to the quarterback. And then this is what Lincoln Riley told us about this kid. Very physical guy. Breaking tackles, running through arm tackles, and turning a moderate gain into a good gain, a long gain.
Good view of it from the Progressive Pylon cam. Two catches for the freshman Hazelwood. In his collegiate debut, Hurts running away from the pressure from Grant Stewart, and he leaps into the end zone for an Oklahoma touchdown.
I'm just not sure you can script it any better for Jalen Hurts. He's finding different receivers. Receivers covered. He knows he can run the football in. This Oklahoma offense under his direction. Clicking. 543 yards already in the football game. And we've got just under 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
They've scored 5 touchdowns. He's been involved in all 5. The extra point up and good. By Calvin Sutherland. Hurts has thrown 3 touchdowns and rushed for the other 2. 18 out of 21 passing for 291 and 3 touchdowns. 13 carries, 136 yards. That's 10.5 per rush and 2 touchdowns. And the only little blemish that lost Buffalo in the first half.
You know, and he made his presence felt in the weight room, as Holly chronicled earlier, as a leader on the practice field, but you still don't know until you go out and play real games what he's going to look like, how he's going to respond, how he's going to react. I mean, he has really shown out well tonight as the starting quarterback for Oklahoma.
Well, it wasn't all that long ago he was officially named the starting quarterback. I think most people assumed When he transferred here, well, he might have been given some assurance he'd have the job. That was not the case. He had to win it from that man. Tanner Mordecai, redshirt freshman, and from the most highly recruited true freshman quarterback in the country, Spencer Rattler. Jeremy Singleton, excellent special teams coverage. Trajan Bridges, another one of those highly touted wide receivers covering kickoff. Here's Spencer Rattler, the freshman out of Phoenix, Arizona, the consensus #1 quarterback coming out of high school this year. We talked to Jalen the other day and asked him about it, and he said, well, kind of brushed it off as if he thought he was going to be the quarterback all along. And we thought, well, maybe Lincoln Riley just said it was close because he wanted to build up the other two, not get them too. Because Hurts doesn't know our system, but we did it. We gave everybody equal reps, including the two freshmen, because we weren't sure who the quarterbacks were going to be. Long pass intended for Keith Corbin, and there is a flag down for pass interference against Pat Fields.
Lincoln Riley is asking, saying that he thought the pass was uncatchable.
Defense from the 10. 15-yard penalty automatic. First down.
The problem was Pat Fields was in good position. They were in good position on coverage, but De'Aaron King threw this ball back over the other shoulder. And as Corbin tried to adjust, there you see the grab of the jersey. It wasn't much, but it was the result of the ball being thrown to the other side and Corbin adjusting to the football. That's a penalty that Lincoln Riley doesn't like, and it's a gift for the Houston Cougars.
Midway through the third quarter, here's Mulba Carr. Spun forward by Ryan Jones, the tackler. Gain of 6 on first down for Houston. Carr was their second leading rusher among running backs last year, behind Patrick Carr, who's injured and not here tonight. Ran for 325 yards a year ago to Carr.
Somehow Houston has to generate some chunk plays. They got to get the ball thrown down the field. This is an explosive, potentially explosive offense. Only 177 yards of total offense. They've had no big plays throwing the football down the field.
Which is why I think you could make the case that Oklahoma is clearly much improved on defense, because this is a Houston offense that averaged 44 points last year. Quarterback back. Outstanding receivers back. A lot of the same running backs have returned, although Patrick Carr not here tonight. That one was intended for Jeremy Singleton.
That's another throw that De'Aaron King would just misfire. He had an open receiver, he had good enough protection, and a normally very accurate passer missed again. And now it's 3rd and 4, and again, a situation where Houston really has to convert.
King 9 on the 16. We're on 7 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 4. We're on 41. First down. Tight end, Christian Trahan.
Dana Holgerson thinks he has a chance to be really good. You know, when we saw West Virginia last year, they had a tight end, Trevon Wesco, that was a real factor for them, a very much of a force. He's bigger than Trahan is at this point, but Dana thinks he can become a really good player. And it was a nice job by De'Aaron King climbing up in the pocket and just staying in there and keeping his eyes downfield.
Second career catch for Trahan. The only other one was last year as a freshman in their Armed Forces Bowl loss to Army. Kyle Porter, the ball carrier, and it was a loss, 70-14. Houston started out last year 7-1, rolling right along, scoring a ton of points. Ed Oliver, their outstanding defensive lineman, the first-round pick of the Buffalo Bills, got hurt. The defense couldn't stop anybody. They lost 4 of the last 5, wound up firing Major Applewhite after 2 seasons. Right back Dana Holgerson. Kyle thought there should have been a holding call. There's a flag down as the deep throw is incomplete. Looked like a pretty blatant hold when you hear half of the 80,000 hollering for it. Justin Murphy looked like he ripped down Neville Gallimore.
Excellent job by Pat Fields, the safety, reading the deep throw and getting back to help his corner.
Holding, offense number 72, personal foul, roughing the passer, defense in the 90. Fouls are offset, we play second down.
I think Gallimore was he the guy who got held? And he still roughed the pass.
There's the hold right there in the middle of the line. And then at the end of the play, the late extra hit.
That's a good call. I've been a little bit frustrated by being held. Gallimore, one of their 4 team captains. Now Porter up the middle to the Oklahoma 44. Here's Holly.
Well, Neville Gallimore showing you some of his mean side there. It's actually his mean side that got him started in football. He is from Ontario in Canada, where it's not a real sport all the time for college football. But his family was a big basketball family. He said, I'd go to the park and play basketball, and I would get in trouble for hitting everybody. And then I'd look over there and see guys on the grass playing football, and they wouldn't get in trouble for hitting anybody. So I was like, I want to be in that sport. So he has finally found a home. He doesn't get in trouble for hitting people, except for just that moment.
He's a good player. 3rd down and 3. They fake the run. Marker Stevenson the catch. First down. Now, Todd, and we can ask Holly this as well if she wants to chime in. In preparing for the game, I read a note about Neville Gallimore. He's the first Canadian to play in the U.S. Army All-American game. How is it an All-American game if you have a Canadian? Not that we're all about inclusion, but
North American.
It's an oxymoron, but it's the U.S. Army All-American game. I guess
it could be North American.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, Canada is part of North America.
But it doesn't say the All-North American game. He was very highly recruited out of St. Catharines, Ontario, here in Niagara Falls. Over 30 offers. Chose Oklahoma over Ohio State and Florida State primarily. Deep throw, De'Aaron King. Stevenson trying to run under it. It's incomplete.
There's a penalty there. And just totally unnecessary by Pat Field. He had the pass interference that extended the drive earlier. And that, I mean, the ball's thrown out of bounds. It's a bad throw by De'Aaron King because Stevenson was open. And he overthrows him out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, by late hit. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty automatic. First down.
My question would be, did they almost go after each other and collide? Maybe because Stevenson went down, it looked worse on his end. But he sort of turns toward Fields right there, doesn't he? You don't think so? Bill Lamagna doesn't think so either. He's an experienced bench judge.
As Patrick Fields just came off the sideline there, Alex Creech didn't yell at him, didn't get in his face, didn't get upset. All he said was, that makes no sense. Sent him to the back of the bench.
You're extending drives. You've got control of a game, and you're inviting a team to stay in it. That's the problem here.
Well, stripling the freshman from Houston, Texas. Nice play, tackling Mo McCarr for a 1-yard gain.
You're already fighting all the perceptions about your defense if you're Oklahoma, and you've done a lot of really good things tonight to build on. But you just can't afford to do things to hurt your own cause. Fields has a couple times in this drive.
Well, Fields offers an explanation. Well, Stevenson came at me too. which there's a no excuse. That's one of his models he's preached for the whole time he's been here. Mulbacar inside the 10.
Mulbacar's giving him a little bit of power running. He's not fancy. He's just running north and south. Really good blocking at the point of attack that time, and you got to account for Kenneth Murray, and they were able to take him out of the play and get the first down.
12 play of the drive. They stick with Mulbacar, and he has a touchdown for the Houston Cougars. Senior from Austin, Texas. His 8th career touchdown, all of them rushing.
See, this time, here's Murray. He's right there. You just run inside of him. Let him rush up the field. Take him out of the middle of the field. The center, Braylon Jones, with a nice block on the middle linebacker that was left. Houston takes advantage of the little ones. Turns it into a touchdown.
Dalton Witherspoon on for the extra point. For the hold of Dane Roy, the punter, and the kick is good. Costly penalty on field, lacking discipline on that drive defensively for the Oklahoma Sooners. Mulbacar, originally from Liberia, became a U.S. citizen a couple of years ago.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
This hot rod runs on unleaded, but this mom runs on the new 2 for $4 super snacks from DQ. I can mix and match my 2 favorite snacks for just $4. Like pretzel sticks with zesty queso and a sundae, cheeseburger and a refreshing Coke, or even chicken strips and fries all day, and all for just $4. Buckle up, hunger. That's pure snack power.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touchscreen?
The Surface has better touchscreen because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touchscreens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
Hank, let's go Mets.
To love somebody, to love somebody.
Okay, I have to say something. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day, not just on airline purchases.
Holy matrimony! That's a lot of miles. Anyone else?
What's in your wallet?
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear from end zone to end zone. Go further with Goodyear, more driven. Witherspoon kicks off for Houston, down to the goal line to Trey Brown. And he's tackled at the 20 by Garrison Vaughn. We'll talk one of the big stories of this opening weekend and has continued tonight with Jalen Hurts' performance. The performances of the notable transfer quarterbacks.
And these were just the most notable ones. The only quarterback that didn't win was Kelly Bryant. Had great stats, but they lost at Wyoming. One of the surprising upsets of the weekend. But other notables, Austin Kendall, who was competing with Kyler Murray, he's now in West Virginia. Won his opening game as the starter there. Was able to play right away. But that is a big trend right now in college football.
Well, Neil Brown with his Mountaineer debut as head coach. It's James Madison after the run action. Wide open receiver. Charleston Rambo taken down in Houston territory at the 46-yard line by Gleason Sprewell, the returning starting safety out of Surprise, Arizona.
What a beautifully designed play. You know, Jalen Hurts has already run for over 130 yards. He's showing run all the way. He's got the ball tucked. And at the last minute, he pulls it back out and finds an open receiver in Lee Morris. Or actually Rambo, I'm sorry for the nice catch, but just beautiful design on showing run till the last minute.
These plays are so well thought out, so well executed. The big thing under Lincoln Riley these last 4 years, they have receivers who are so wide open. Here's Trey Sermon. They go back to the running game. He gets a first down, got banged out of bounds at the 34. And Dana Holgerson has himself to blame, perhaps, for the fact that he is going up against a Lincoln Riley offense tonight. Because Lincoln Riley was a backup quarterback at Texas Tech, Mike Leach, where Dana Holgerson was an offensive assistant. And Dana Holgerson said, I went to Mike Leach and said, please make this guy a student coach because we can't even practice when he's running the offense in practice. Lincoln Riley said that was a little harsh. But once he did decide to give up playing to become a student coach, he said Dana Holgerson was a tremendous mentor to him. So he learned a lot about offense, a lot about coaching from that man, Dana Holgerson. They have a long history together. Lincoln Riley's wife was the nanny of the Holgerson kids. They were all in Lubbock, Texas together.
A lot of respect for each other and a couple really brilliant football minds.
We'll trace back to Al Mummy and Mike Leach. Juggling catch made by Nick Basquin. He goes down just shy of the first down at the 25. Here's Holly Rowe.
Well, as you mentioned, Lincoln Riley's wife was a daycare provider for Dana Holgerson's kids when he was at Texas Tech for many years. In fact, they were so close that when they got ready to get married, Lincoln and his wife actually asked Dana Holgerson if he could have their children in their wedding. So there you see the kids there in the wedding with Lincoln Riley and his wife. Logan, Dana Holgerson's son, is actually a backup quarterback on this Houston team now, so they've grown a lot. Lincoln Riley said, we were really, really, really close. You know, time and distance, they're not quite as close now just because they don't check in as often, but seminal moments in their career's development.
On third down and wide, Hurts, nice bounce to the outside. Off he goes again, shoved out of bounds. Just shy, no, it's a touchdown. After a little deliberation, the touchdown signal given. They've scored 6, and he's been a part of all of them.
This is just a read by Jalen Hurts because this was supposed to go inside between the tackles. Did he stay in bounds? No, that one's close. That right foot, I think, went out of bounds before the ball crossed the pylon or the plank. Might have to bring in Bill on this one.
This is from the official's hat who made the call for touchdown.
It was a touchdown. That plays under further review.
Looks like the...
Here's Bill Lamagnier speaking as we look at it from the progressive pylon cam.
It appears to me that the right foot stepped out of bounds prior to the ball hitting the goal line. So I think replay's going to have a challenge here, but they should be able to reverse this, put the ball short of the goal line.
But it was a brilliant read by Jalen Hurts because this was an inside quarterback run in between the tackles. And he saw it and bounced it outside because the defense had caved in and almost got it to the end zone, or did get it to the end zone. We'll find out momentarily.
Now my question, Bill, would be, you know, his right leg goes across the sideline but doesn't touch the ground. So as long as it's still in the air, is he okay as the ball continues to advance toward the pylon?
The question you have here is, does he have to get the ball over inside the pylon here? If that ball breaks the plane, he's a runner, and it breaks the plane, he'll get the goal line extended. So this is a challenge for replaying this one.
Well, that's my question here, because I think he breaks the plane before his foot hits out of bounds, although the ball is a little bit behind him as he comes near the pylon. Tough call.
It's either going to be a touchdown or it's going to be inside the 1 yard line for Oklahoma. But for Jalen Hurts, it's putting him up over 160 yards rushing.
If I could add, where the ball crossed the sideline is where the ball actually should be placed.
Mm-hmm.
Because as he ran and then he steps out of bounds, even though it's beyond the goal line, it's where the ball crosses the sideline.
Right. And the ball was a little bit behind him by his right
After
hip.
review, number 1 went out of bounds with the ball in his right hand at the 1 yard line. Does not get goal line extended. He's going to touch the pylon of the end zone. Therefore, will be first and goal, the 1 yard line.
Well, give it to him again. All right, it's his night. He's rushed for 161. That is a career high. More rushing yards than he had in any game at Alabama.
14 carries. Oklahoma as an offense has had 9 runs of 12 yards or more.
His career high rushing at Alabama was 154. 2017 against Fresno State. Look at he juggled the snap. Still uses that incredibly strong lower body to power the end zone for a touchdown. Terry Tegiston, the linebacker for Houston, saying, wait a minute, he didn't get in there.
So that's a different number 1 playing quarterback than he had last year. You're not going to call Kyler Murray on a quarterback sneak like that. But at 220 pounds, Jalen Hurts is going to get in there and keep his legs, those powerful legs, driving. Gets a little push from behind, I think, Sermon. It's just find a crease and just keep driving.
Those squats that we saw probably have something to do with his ability to power forward like that. They're checking to make sure it was a touchdown.
Going on the field is a touchdown. Extend the quarter and try.
3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. And here's Callum Sutherland with the extra point. Right down the middle, and that is the end of the third quarter. Oklahoma leading Houston 42-17. ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Introducing the entirely redesigned 2019 Acura RDX. It's everything we ever imagined, and then some.
Yeah, that's my.
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touchscreen?
The Surface has better touchscreen because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touchscreens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
At T-Mobile, what can you get when you buy a Samsung Galaxy Note 10? You get unlimited data while on a network that goes further than ever before. Use as much as you want when you want. A Netflix subscription on us. Stream all your favorite movies and shows. And for a limited time, buy any Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and get one Samsung Galaxy Note 10 for free. That's right, get one Samsung Galaxy Note 10 for free.
Promise that you'll never find another like me.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. So when you go out, you cash in. What's in your wallet?
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stop smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The U.S. Open continues tomorrow on ESPN2.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left. Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubs his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Tomorrow, cap off this Labor Day weekend with some more great college football. Number 9 Notre Dame in Louisville at 8 Eastern time, live on ESPN and the ESPN app. Cardinals trying to bring their program back, turn to a talented young coach, Scott Satterfield. 3 Sun Belt titles in 6 years as the head coach at Appalachian after the law school as an assistant there. Roving kickoff by Gabe Bartnich for a touchback. And let's take a look at tonight's Pacific Life game summary. It's brought to you by Pacific Life. There's the quarterback comparison. Disappointing night for De'Aaron King, especially on this national stage. But not a disappointing night for Jalen Hurts. The 161 rushing yards, surpassing anything he did at Alabama. And he's coming up on his career passing high as well. He has 332. His career best was 347, 16 season against Mississippi State.
Yeah. Just an incredible start for him. Really has been outstanding. And I'll tell you what, just what I've seen through 3 quarters in the improvement of the Oklahoma defense. They're not all the way there yet.
Foul. Legal blindside block, receiving team number 54. A penalty to force half the distance to the goal. First down.
New emphasis in the rules this year is the blindside block, trying to take those away, and it's kind of a clear call, especially when the play is not even being returned. Easy call to make. Fox, the guilty party for the Cougars, he's going to back him up. But I was going to say, Sean, I think what I've seen of the Oklahoma defense under Alex Grinch tonight, and they still have work to do and continue to improve, but they are positioned better to make a serious run of the national championship this year than either of the last 2 years because of that. Jalen Hurts may not win the Heisman, may not be the first guy picked in the draft, but they can win the championship with this team, I think, much easier.
Lob ahead to Christian Trahan from De'Aaron King. Sean White the tackle, but it's good for a first down at the 30, Holly.
Well, speaking of Alex Grinch, after that last Houston score that was extended by those penalties from Oklahoma, he called the whole defense together over here and read them the riot act. He said, you guys aren't playing well enough to be out here with that extra stuff showing off. He wants them to knock it off and finish this game. He said, finish, finish, finish. His speech was so impassioned, the fans behind the Oklahoma bench got up and stood up and cheered.
Balbacar finds some running room. Houston scored on his last possession. There were 30 yards in Oklahoma penalties to help them along the way. Carr's been a force after not playing very much early in the game. That one's good for a first down to the Oklahoma 49.
Yeah, Carr's giving him a nice boost, and he doesn't mess around. He gets those shoulders north and south and runs downhill, and he's got some power behind his pads.
One of the several reasons after watching this time, I do believe the Oklahoma defense is definitely better. They came back with just about the same defensive team, which would make you a pessimist if you were an Oklahoma fan who watched a lot of these same guys struggle last year. And this is a Houston offense that was fifth in the nation in scoring last year. Brings back the quarterback, the wide receivers, a lot of the running backs. It's going to be a very good Houston offensive team.
Yeah, they'll be really tough to deal with in their conference. They've got a tough schedule. They play their first 4 games in a span of 18 days. This is the toughest on the slate. But I agree. I don't think that Oklahoma's defense is a dominant defense and may never be this year. And they haven't forced a turnover yet. which is a big emphasis with Alex Grinch, but they are more disciplined and they are more sound than I saw them at any point last year when we covered the Sooners.
Incomplete pass. Stevenson might have been looking at the defense instead of the ball. But we talked to Alex Grinch, said, tell us about your defense. First of all, it's effort-based. And if you don't run to the ball, Kenneth Murray told us that. He said, day after day after day, Grinch doesn't talk about the ball. That's the most important thing. Get to the ball and take the ball away. And he's a big believer in no excuses. He doesn't want to hear, well, the other guy messed up, or the coach has got us into a bad call. Your Big 12 players expected to make plays at a high level. Now quarterback and running back. Eric King inside the 20. Paying attention to that tape that Coach Holderson showed him. And Murray sliding down, getting out of bounds. He wisely ducked down after a 19-yard pickup.
Eric King is, he's not had as explosive of a game as he's capable of, but he's made some nice plays.
It's almost like he bristles at the dual.
Before the snap, Oklahoma takes its first time out of the half.
Because it implies you're more of a runner, I think, than a thrower, and he wants to be known as a thrower, and he really is. But I think we've seen tonight, when he runs with the ball, he's dynamic, and they need that aspect of it.
I've got to tell you something important. It's not going to be easy. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Actually, that's super easy. My bad.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive. During Mazda's season of discovery, lease a 2019 Mazda CUV and we'll make your first monthly payment.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
When does an opportunity become a golden opportunity? When luxury and capability meet exceptional offers. Don't miss your golden opportunity to experience the luxury you desire on a full line of utility vehicles. Now at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $389 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This is Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm Matt Cook.
So, Mac, which one's detachable?
That's 100% detachable.
Huh. Is the Mac detachable? Oh, right. Macs don't detach.
Pink. Let's go, Vince.
To love somebody, to love somebody.
There's a new culture in communication. Trevor Lawrence looks like a generational talent. We're back. We talk about Tigers. A doubleheader next Saturday. On this Sunday night, Houston on the move, down 42-17. Ronnie Perkins, another big play. He's been in that backfield a lot of the night. And he stopped Kyle Porter. Oklahoma leading 42-17 in Jalen Hurts' debut. He is co-starred with Alex Grinch's defense. Hurts 20 out of 23 passing for 332 and 3 touchdowns. He's rushed for 161, nearly 11 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. Pierre King takes off running. Inside the 5 and taken down by Jordan Parker, who saved a touchdown.
The problem for Oklahoma with these scrambles is they're playing man coverage. And when you play man coverage in the red zone and receivers are running crossing routes, you leave open lanes to run. So if you don't get home, if you bring an extra rusher and you don't get to the quarterback, there's a lot of green grass in front of him because your second level defenders are running in man cover.
First and goal, Houston. A slow start offensively. They found a little rhythm since the end of the second quarter. It might have been a face mask there as Kyle Porter got spun around. No flag on the field. Kenneth Murray in on another tackle.
He was tackled by Kenneth Murray.
During the last commercial break, we saw on the near sideline, Todd, Jalen Hurts talking to Kyler Murray. We're Oklahoma, the only school to have 2 different quarterbacks win the Heisman Trophy in back-to-back years. And if you voted after this first full weekend for the Heisman Trophy, it might be Jalen Hurts making 3 in a row.
He's off to a great start.
Out of the pistol. Porter behind King. And he got driven back. John Michael Terry. Murray in there again.
We called his name a lot. Kenneth Murray is just like a heat-seeking missile. He finds the football, and he's very fast. He accelerates to the ball so well.
Well, Kenneth told us in our conversation earlier this week, Coach Grinch says it's all about the ball. And that's what he's done. Find the ball and attack it with great effort and speed. Porter's had a rough debut for Houston. 12 carries, 15 yards. Third down and goal, nearing 10 minutes to go here in Norman, Oklahoma. King pulled it down, didn't get far, perhaps just barely across the line. And it'll be 4th down and goal.
Well, this is a design quarterback run, and Oklahoma was not fooled. They tried to bait the Oklahoma defense into thinking pass, but it's a design run. You see the pulling guard, the tackle. Oklahoma was not fooled. They had a lot of red hats to the football, the crimson hats. Now it's 4th down.
With 9.5 to go, Daniel Holgerson's going to go for the touchdown. Oklahoma was 113th on defense on 4th down last year. Their opponents converted 20 out of 30. They throw a fade and a touchdown to Marquez Stevenson.
They ran the same run action. They pulled the guard and the tackle. It was a little combination route outside and perfect throw over the outstretched arms of Jordan Parker, who was in coverage. They showed run, the exact same run they ran the 3rd down. And they got the nice switch route out there. Beautiful throw by King.
And a touchdown for Stevenson, who was a 1,000-yard receiver last year. The extra point up and good for Dalton Witherspoon. 9:11 to go. Oklahoma leading 42-24.
Introducing the entirely redesigned 2019 Acura RDX. It's everything we ever imagined, and then some.
What's better than having fast, reliable Wi-Fi with coverage throughout your home? How about having internet that can help you save on your wireless bill? Xfinity gives you the most reliable internet for all your devices and the fastest speeds from America's best internet provider, so you can easily stream all your favorite movies and TV shows. Plus, save hundreds of dollars a year when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today.
With AI, we can protect what we can't see.
The presence of snow leopards indicate the health of these mountains. Microsoft AI helped our small team to find and study these elusive animals so we can understand this ecosystem.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
ABC's Primetime College Football is brought to you by Pacific Life, 150 years strong. Protection and retirement solutions for your future.
We're just going to go back and look at this touchdown because it was beautiful execution by the two receivers. Stevenson's going to run this route. Singleton's going to come inside, and the two defensive backs, they're going to switch their coverage. So Jordan Parker, who's outside, is going to stay outside. The problem is he didn't go back deep enough, and it was a perfect throw by De'Aaron King over his outside shoulder. Just perfect execution by De'Aaron King. It hasn't been his best game throwing the ball, but that was a beauty.
Jonathan Witherspoon kicks off. And it goes out of bounds, so Houston will be penalized. Let's check in again with Holly.
Well, I'm here with a very proud dad, I would assume. Adrian Hurts, your son Jalen with his debut today, and he's broken a couple records for the best debut in Sooner history. What were some of the emotions going through you as he took the field tonight?
I mean, we're just happy for him. He's waited a long time. It's kind of like, he's back where he was and where he, you can say belongs. And so I'm happy for him and the team, most important. It's a great game. And, playing in Houston, being from Houston, so that's a little extra too.
You're a coach. How have you appreciated the way your son has handled all of this, competing for this job here, not talking about it in the media, just doing it on the field?
I mean, it was a journey. It was hard, but I've always tried to tell him he's built for this. God put everything. God does everything for a reason, and this was not an accident. And it's just something that God had for him to go through, and so he's gone through it. And, we're glad. Like I said, God doesn't make mistakes.
Your son tonight did such a tremendous job. At what point in this game did you start to kind of calm down or feel like, okay, things are going to be okay out here?
Well, being a senior, I've been through all of that. The crying and stuff from USC, we've been through that. Right now, he was ready to play. We talked, before every game, he calls me before mine. And he called me before his, and we talked. And he was ready to play, and that's all, just ready to see it. So.
Career high yards rushing for him tonight also. What do you think about that?
Coach Riley said it, and, he said it on something. They kind of unleashed him. So, it's a good thing. But for me, it's, the passing has been really well. He just wanted to, but, it's been a great game plan. So happy for the team, and Coach Riley did a great job.
Thank you so much, Dad. I like it. The beast has been unleashed, huh? Thank you.
Jalen, coached by his dad in high school. Both of these starting quarterbacks, sons of coaches. Ramondre Stevenson has gotten in to see his first action. Number 29, junior college transfer. Cerritos in California. Ball ripped away by Derek Parrish, and Jalen Hurts called upon to make a tackle.
Just ripped the ball out. literally.
That's what Joe Coughlin, the defensive coordinator, said about him when we visited on the phone the other day. He said he makes plays just because of effort. He plays so hard. And look at him fight off the block and just rip it away from Ramondre Stevenson.
And it looked like Stevenson was protecting the ball. He had both hands, both arms over the football. He wasn't carrying it loose. But the guy they call Scrappy got in there and ripped it out.
Coach Coughlin said it's really not physically gifted, not particularly big or fast, but plays with such. Putting that one there.
Another big challenge now for this new look Oklahoma defense. A sudden change situation. Can they come out and get a stop?
And we've been praising them all night, but as this game goes along, it's a little less impressive what they have accomplished. As Houston's last two drives have Houston's last two drives have both gone 87 yards and 12 plays for touchdowns. Well, they go to review. They'll make some money. 7:42 to go here in Norman, Oklahoma.
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul for sleep. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
With AI, we can protect what we can't see.
The presence of snow leopards indicate the help of these mountains. Microsoft AI helped our small team to find and study these elusive animals so we can understand this ecosystem.
Let's go, Vince.
To love somebody, to love somebody. You go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
The U.S. Open continues tomorrow on ESPN2.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear from end zone to end zone. Go further with Goodyear, more driven. Ben's did a good job tonight, Todd. You were noticing with the white out. They called for a white out. They all came, most of them did, dressed in white. Over a capacity crowd, 84,534. The attendance official capacity here is just over 80,000.
Sort of partial to my white outs, but I think this is a pretty good one.
You're saying Penn State is where they do it best. Mulvicar. Blasted Kenneth Murray in there again. That's his 12th tackle. And 4th for a loss. He's had a sack tonight. Living up to the preseason Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year accolades.
He's a guy now, if he continues the way he might reverse a little bit of the trend with defensive players not getting drafted high off these Oklahoma teams. It used to happen on a regular basis, not so much in the last few years. Last year you mentioned 8 guys drafted, no defensive players drafted off this Oklahoma
King. Marquez Stevenson. He goes out of bounds with a first down. Well, as you see at the bottom of your screen, Houston scored in 4 of the last 5, and they're inside the 30 again.
Remember, this is an offense that came back almost intact. They were explosive last year.
So my question now is the Oklahoma defense that much better, or did it just take Houston a little while in a new offense and in a prime time setting in front of the big crowd to find a little rhythm?
I think they are still better. But I also made the point, I don't think they're there yet. They still have a lot of things to get better, to correct. But they are better than what we saw last year.
Deep throw, lots of contact, incomplete pass for Courtney Lark with Marnell Motley there. So I said earlier, clearly the defense is better. So I'm going to go now with I think they're better, but not quite as better as I thought they were an hour or so ago.
They are better, but they still have a ways to go to be a championship, make Oklahoma a national championship contending team. But I've seen enough good signs tonight.
I like when you get the view from the ref hat. They should have had you wear a camera real Houston, with a chance to make this a game, as much as it's felt like all night long they've been dominating. You think they might pick up the speed of the operation here between plays. There doesn't seem to be a lot of urgency here. Now King is trying to get them over the ball. Dana Holgerson taking a while to communicate this play. Coach just saying this has to go faster.
Yeah, well, it has to, because they're down 18. So, yeah, absolutely it has to go faster.
He's calling the plays, but they need to find a faster way to get it in than all the flies swapping over there. They come after King. He managed to get out of the pocket, but Kenneth Murray ran him down. You're not going to run away from him. He had 155 tackles last year, most by a Sooner since 2007. Curtis Lofton had 157. With 5:33 to go, and Oklahoma leading 42-24.
Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
It is 7 p.m.
We crushed Tech by 40. You should be out there celebrating.
Let me smell your breath. Not a trace of Dr. Pepper.
Look what you're doing to her.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul for free. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
Keep your phone, keep your number. Escape your long-term wireless contract. It's simple. Get truly unlimited 4G LTE data for just $45 a month, with no contract ever. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Labor Day. A baseball doubleheader for you on ESPN, starting at 1, Texas and the Yankees, and then at 4, the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers. Both games also streaming live on the ESPN app. Big day today for the Houston Astros. Justin Verlander, another resume enhancer on his way to the Hall of Fame. His 3rd career no-hitter. Did it today against the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto. Struck out 14 through a season-high 120 pitches. 4th down and 3. Houston after the timeout trying to throw a bubble screen, and it's incomplete. And Oklahoma will take over on downs, intended for Jeremy Singleton. So the Sooners hold.
Great inside pressure. Neville Gallimore, we talked about, he's going to have a big year for this team. He dropped 30 pounds coming into this season. He got quick pressure and forced a bad throw by De'Aaron King on that one.
I know you're a big baseball guy.
Yes.
All of America saw you yawning at the College World Series on national TV. But you are a big baseball guy.
Yes. I knew you were going to get me that.
Have you ever? Yes, I had to. After the Xfinity Skycam comes with no play-by-play. Here's Tanner Mordecai now in relief of Jalen Hurts, who's had an historic debut as an Oklahoma Sooner. Mordecai, edged by Hurts to be the starting quarterback, starts with a handoff to Trey Sermon. So let's put the capper on the night for Jalen Hurts. He set the Oklahoma record for total offense by a player in his Sooners debut. 508 total yards of offense. The record for a Sooner in his debut was Baker Mayfield, 396. So he shattered that record. That was against Akron in 2015. Jalen is also the second Sooner to throw for at least 300 yards and rush for 100 or more in the same game. The other person who's done it as a Sooner, Kyler Murray, and he did it twice last year on his way to the Heisman. Sermon weaves across the 30.
Well, we thought we would see Jalen Hurts run the football more in this offense. 16 carries, 176 yards. Some of them were just him improvising and making a play. Several were by design. And then he threw the ball, and I agree with what his dad said. His passing looked really good tonight. He looked comfortable in the pocket. He found secondary receivers. He hit lots of different guys, which tells me his vision was good tonight.
Pass incomplete, intended for Braden Willis. Mordecai, the new quarterback, redshirt freshman from Waco, Texas, Midway High School. Played in 2 games last year and then redshirted. Completed 2 out of his 4 passes. Lincoln Riley likes this young man a lot. Said in some ways, in terms of temperament, he reminds him of Baker Mayfield, to the point where every now and then he has to tell Mordecai to relax a little bit. So here's Reeves Munshaw with the first Oklahoma punt of the night. That was another story. He's kicking in a game for the first time collegiately after 4 years from Austin Seibert. A pretty good punt. He's been sitting around for 3 years waiting for the chance. 41-yarder for the redshirt sophomore from New Braunfels, Texas.
Okay, I have to say something. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day, not just on airline purchases.
Holy matrimony! That's a lot of miles! Anyone else?
What's in your wallet?
It can seem unreachable at first. The bar too high, shoes too big. You'll take leaps of faith and fall on your face, but you'll get up. Hard work is 50 sprints before breakfast and another 50 for breakfast. You'll eat it, breathe it, sleep it. The Goodyear blimp doesn't show up for just anybody, so don't be just anybody. Be blimp-worthy. Goodyear, more driven.
In a wild turn of events, animals are demanding Juul not test on humans. Mario?
No one knows the long-term effects of juuling, so any human who uses one is being used as a lab rat. Thank you.
Let's hear from Doug the Pug and his fellow protesters.
I will never stop fighting Juul. Or the mailman.
Nicotine is trapping humans in a rolling cycle of addiction. Oh, excuse me.
Thank you, Cupcake. Fact, no one knows the long-term effects of juuling. Do you?
Oklahoma. And this is the beginning, Todd, of a difficult opening to the season for the Houston Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, 4 games in 18 days, and really of all of them, Washington State, of course, Mike Leach, but this is the one that's going to be the toughest because right after playing Washington State on a Thursday night, they play at Tulane, and, that's a conference game. And so for them to kind of get on the right start conference-wise, that game on a short rest is going to be tough.
Here, King pulls it down. Deep throw. Is he in bounds?
Tremendous
Corbin, yes, the catch.
I don't see anybody on the Oklahoma sideline arguing. Toe tapping on the sideline. I don't think his feet were down.
I think we've got enough replay reviews for tonight. Crowd wanted to stop it too.
They did. Yes, they did.
No, they did.
Got it. I wonder if Lincoln Riley challenged that.
He is well out of the field.
It was a wonderful effort by Corbin, but I think his feet were off the ground when he caught the football.
Ref cam again. Bill Lamagnier, what say you?
I see a foot dragging the ground. I don't think that other foot came up off the ground.
A tremendous effort.
Does he have possession?
Well, he starts with control, and if that foot's in bounds and he maintains control going to the ground, you're going to have a catch. So right now, here's the critical point. He's starting to get control. That left foot is dragging, and it was in bounds. Wow. Minimally, this is going to stand. It maybe even be confirmed.
Officials from the American on the field and Big 12 replay in the booth. That will not happen after the beginning of next season. It will all be from the same conference. Showed the schedule for Houston. They are expected to contend. There are 2 divisions in the American. They were in the preseason media poll, picked second, but right behind Memphis, only 1 fewer first place vote. A lot of good football teams. We saw Cincinnati the other night beat UCLA. Obviously, we know what UCF can do and has done in recent years. Memphis and Houston.
Memphis with an upset of an SEC team, beat Ole Miss in week 1, 15-10.
Here comes the critical decision.
After further review, the ruling on the field will stand. Will be a first down for Houston.
I think the kid deserves it after that effort.
If it make a play like that, give it to him. Play on. Keith Corbin, senior from Beaumont. 10 touchdown receptions last year. After he didn't have any in his first 2 years combined.
The other thing that's happening here, we know, and we talked about, Dana Holgerson's a really good coach. The Eric King's a really good quarterback. This is his first game with this team. Half of his assistant coaches, this is his first game with them. So it's taken them a while offensively to kind of get their feet on the ground.
Well, Bakar, boy, he's been a revelation here in the second half. He got banged down by Nick Benito. And when we talked to Dana about how do you think your team's doing with your new system and also a new defensive system that they had to learn, he said, I think they're doing very well, but you really learn about everybody when you play a real game. So this will be an opportunity to learn quite a bit. And as you said, not just the players, but he's kind of evaluating his own assistant coaches, half of whom he hasn't worked with, to find out what they're like on game day.
Well, it was interesting, too, the comment that Lincoln Riley, the conversation we had with him yesterday. He made the comment, this isn't like high school where you have scrimmages or NFL where you have preseason games. You just go out and play your first game, and that's it. And he said he would really be in favor of joint practices with another team or two.
Or a preseason game.
Yeah, or a preseason game. And I think most college coaches would be in favor of something like that.
3:07 to go. Houston still down by 3 scores. Here's Kyle Porter finally finding some running room in Alana, but he's down to the 11-yard line. Jaden Davis, a true freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, Under Armour All-American in high school last year at St. Thomas Aquinas, made the tackle for the Sooners.
Magneto, the defensive end, the rush defensive end just came too far inside.
Locked up and incomplete. Intended for Courtney Lark. With Jaden Davis, that freshman, in coverage again. Incoming recruiting class that includes Jaden Davis, ranked number 4 by ESPN's recruiting experts. That's 3 straight years with a top 10 recruiting class for Oklahoma. Recruiting very well under Lincoln Riley. Porter again. Slides down, lets the ball. Looked like he had hit the ground, and they are going to blow it dead just inside the 5.
Clear on the field, the runner was down before the ball became loose. Third down.
So we'll try to go quickly here as Houston is running out of time. 2:20 remaining. Play fake by De'Aaron King, and he scores a touchdown for the Houston Cougars.
You were talking about Jaden Davis, the young corner. The corner kind of got fooled on this play. You're going to see him out here. He's going to get tied up with a wide receiver and lose sight of De'Aaron King. He's going to know where the football is. Right there he is. He's getting blocked, actually getting held a little bit by Dre in the tight end. But he's got to stay outside. And on a couple of these runs, I used to have seen them lose that edge of defense. And again, that's getting back to the discipline.
Over 100 yards rushing. Here's De'Aaron King. Both starting quarterbacks ran for 100 plus. Dalton Witherspoon, the extra point.
Introducing the entirely redesigned 2019 Acura RDX. It's everything we ever imagined, and then some.
This is Jerry. This is Control Tower in the Wells Fargo mobile app. It shows Jerry his recurring payments, including a few streaming services he forgot about. It's time to clean house, Jerry. Good move. This is Wells Fargo.
Sean McDonough, Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowe, our producer Phil Dean, our director Scott Johnson, our terrific crew. You know what's amazing? We have every member of the technical crew back a year ago. That says a lot
Number
about
11 of the receiving team has switched to number 13. That's number 11 of the receiving team. Oklahoma has switched to number 13.
another important bulletin. But that says a lot about the leadership of Phil Dean and Scott Johnson. I'm surprised because they're really not that easy to work with once the crew comes back. Here's an onside kick attempt. And Lamb and a couple other Sooners indicating that they have it. Like they did, and they do.
I think if you're both teams and both head coaches, you've got a lot of really good things to take away from this game. If you're Dana Holgorsen, your team came back in the second half and competed, your offense settled down, you still got problems defensively. If you're Lincoln Riley, you're thrilled with what Jalen Hurts did.
The ball was recovered by the receiving team, offside, kicking team. That 5-yard penalty adds to the spot of recovery, first down.
And you're happy with a lot of the things that your defense did. They're still got a lot of work to do, a lot of room for improvement, but you're happy with a lot of the things they did.
Stay tuned for the Ford wrap-up after the game. The rate this is passing by will be approximately a half an hour from now. What a night for Jalen Hurts. 508 total yards, 20 out of 23. Passing for 332 and 3 touchdowns. He ran for 176 on 16 carries and ran for 3 touchdowns. Enter Mordecai, his second series. Gave it to Ramondre Stevenson. He was tackled by Gleason Sprewell. Houston's going to use another timeout. Well, I'll go back to the baseball program.
Okay.
Because we have the Houston Astros on tomorrow, and a lot of people still watching this in Houston. I think the Houston Astros are going to win the World Series.
Okay.
I'll throw that out there. But Justin Verlander, our crack crew, they give us so much information. And this just happened to the no-hitter. His third no-hitter. And I said, you are a big baseball guy. Your son's being recruited right now. Ties in with Bob Feller, Cy Young, and Larry Corcoran. Larry Corcoran with 3 career no-hitters. Have you ever heard of Larry Corcoran?
I've heard of Larry Coker.
Because
I've not heard of
because
Larry
what
Corcoran.
I think might be happening here is Ben Ward, who provides us with this information from the truck, might have a buddy named Larry Corcoran somewhere who he promised he would get mentioned on the air tonight. Is that a possibility? I think it's a possibility. He said, actually, the guy pitched in the 1800s and was 5'3".
Are you serious?
Yes, he was 5'3" and pitched with either hand. A baseball lesson for you. Ramondre Stevenson, his best run as a Sooner in his debut. I never heard of Larry Corcoran, did you?
No.
Minute 50 to go. And in no hurry now, the Sooners. We asked if we might see Spencer Rattler, true freshman.
My guess would be if things go well with Jalen Hurts, they'll play Spencer Rattler in 4 games, but maybe try to redshirt.
Right,
I mean, that
he
would
can
make
do that. The rule that came in last year, he can still play in 4 games. And you can redshirt him. Stevenson tackled by Peyton Turner
Houston takes its final timeout of the half.
with 1:23 to go.
That's the same thing with Houston. I mean, their backup quarterback, Clayton Tune, had to start the last 2 games because of the injury to De'Aaron King, but he appeared in 5 games, so he lost his red shirt. Dana Holgorsen would love to redshirt him this year, with King being a senior if he can.
So it won't be a victory in his Houston head coaching debut for Dana Holgorsen. Meanwhile, here's the upcoming schedule for Oklahoma. They'll go to UCLA in a couple of weeks, an off week before they get involved in the Big 12 conference schedule with Texas Tech with a new coaching staff.
Wells, Utah State.
Well,
Down to the field to see Holly Rowe.
we have not had too many injuries tonight, which is a good sign, but the one injury has been significant to Shane Beamer, one of the assistant coaches for Oklahoma. You might notice he has got stitches above his left eyebrow, pretty good egg on the noggin. That's because he wasn't very smart, and after Jeremiah Hall, his H-back, scored the first touchdown of the game, he decided to headbutt him with his helmet on. Unfortunately, Shane did not have his helmet on, so the coach does have an injury tonight.
Of course, he's the son of the Hall of Fame coach Frank Beamer.
Dad would have taught him a little better than that. Headbutt a guy with a helmet on.
I don't think I ever saw Frank do that. There's Ramondre Stevenson into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice patience by Stevenson. He's going to get the ball and just find the lane and then cut up inside. Watch the patience on this run. Still the starting offensive line in the game. Creed Humphrey with a nice block at the center position. Left guard Marquise Hayes with a nice block. Stevenson had the fumble, or the ball ripped out of his hands his first carry, but he's made up for it here in the last part of the ball game.
Coach Riley says he's their most powerful runner. 232 pounds. Callum Sutherland with the extra point. It's 49-31.
It's time to choose a career preference. How would you like to start out at $58,000 a year and get free tuition? Not a bad gig. Learn more about this exciting program. Visit edisonohio.edu for more information. It's time to choose a career preference. How would you like to start out at $58,000 a year and get free tuition? Not a bad gig. Learn more about this exciting program. Visit edisonohio.edu for more information.
Oklahoma picking up right where it left off, not just last season, but seasons prior to that. 686 yards of offense for Oklahoma since Lincoln Riley arrived at the start of the 2015 season as the offensive coordinator. They've played 55 games now with this one tonight, and they've topped 600 yards in offense 21 times.
That's amazing.
It really is. They're almost to 700. Probably won't get the ball back here to get over 700. They've done that 6 times since Lincoln Riley got here. Burkich, another touchback. Oklahoma at the top, going for its 5th straight Big 12 title. Texas thinks it's better. They were picked second in the Big 12. How do you see that one shaking out?
Well, I think that's the main competition for Oklahoma. And Sam Ehlinger, I think that offense is going to be a really good offense, a powerful offense in the Big 12. Defensively, Texas lost a lot of players. Now, we had them in the Big 12 championship. They did a good job against Oklahoma. They held them to 129 yards rushing, really slowed down the running game. They've got athletes to match Oklahoma, but Oklahoma is still clearly the team to beat in that league.
Chandler Smith has come in at running back. Very popular player in the Houston program. A walk-on just put on scholarship a couple of weeks ago. See, not very big. They list him at 5'8" and 195, and both might be a little bit generous. He was impressive in the preseason. Junior out of Spring, Texas. Under a minute to go. They give Smith another carry.
Very promising second half for Houston offensively. Dana Holgorsen, his first year back at Houston, first time as the head coach, and a lot of positive things to build on.
He was asked, well, why would you leave a Big 12 head coaching job, Power 5 conference in West Virginia, to go to Houston? And he feels like Houston has a chance to be great. And I think all the investment that they're making in athletics, not just football at Houston, I think the idea is that they would like to get into a Power 5 conference at some point. They're certainly attractive. So many things going so well on their campus. Jalen Redmond made the tackle on Chandler Smith. And Houston will not snap it again. What a debut for Jalen Hurts. History making in his first outing as a Sooner. Lincoln Riley now 25-4 as a college head coach. Coach Hurts, very proud. And Jalen's one of those young men, talking to you can tell he was raised right. Oh yeah, as well. No doubt. And right on cue, here's Jalen with Holly.
Well, Jalen, as you ran out of that tunnel for the first time as a Sooner tonight, what crossed your mind as you took the field?
I think all we trying to tell everybody to kind of play to our standard, the standard that we set in practice, the standard we set for ourselves, and we just got to do a better job of it. I think it's kind of sloppy at times, so we got to do better.
As you scored your first touchdown and you started to hit some nice throws, how did you settle into this offense in your first time?
We're just playing football. It's great surrounding cast around me. O-line did a great job. The receivers did a great job of getting open. We played good football at times, but it was not consistent enough.
You seem super disappointed right now, and yet you set a new school record for yards in a debut, and you're also the first Oklahoma quarterback in school history to throw for over 300 and rush for over 150. So can you be somewhat happy?
I got to go talk to my boys. We got to get right. We got to get better. We got to take more steps.
When you look back on this game tonight, what do you think is the thing that you've got to clean up most?
Sloppy play, really trusting it, and just executing better. We got to execute better.
All right. What does the future hold for you guys? What kind of feeling do you get from this debut?
Hopefully, we can learn from our mistakes from this game and take that next step next week.
Okay. Can I just get one smile? You played well tonight, Jalen.
We got to do better, man. I'm telling you.
All right. You gave me a baby one. I'll take it. Thank you. Thanks.
Has to do better. 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 incomplete passes. The Ford wrap-up is coming up after these messages.